of course, like I'm a homer. I'm not going to ignore that.
What do they see in this guy? This guy sucks.
Prepare yourself for the Raptors Report podcast with your hosts, Julian and Steve.
Hello, Raptors fans. Welcome back to the Raptors Report podcast. I am your host, Julian. With me, as always, is my co-host, Steve. We are here live streaming the NBA draft from a Raptors perspective. Steve, how you doing?
Excellent. Super excited. This is like easily probably my favorite night of the draft of the NBA season, really.
It's a special day. Yeah. If it was, you could pick one day, like obviously the playoffs and all that, probably on a higher level, but that's over a large period of time.
Yeah.
The NBA draft is just one day where all this crazy stuff happens, lots of trades, lots of intrigue. Your team is on the clock. I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of investments being made.
There's so much potential. There's so much hope for the majority of people invested in it. You think I might get the guy, and then there's a lot of disappointment for some teams who don't know how to draft. So there's so much at stake, right? And my fear, as always, like as a Raptors fan, is that they'll trade the pick in some kind of move. So it's like I hope that I haven't invested all my time in a pick that it's just going to end up gone. But
that said, if they trade the pick, it'll be for something shiny, right?
Yeah.
The worst case scenario is that they move off of a pick to like trade Jakob Poeltl for like some kind of a guy who can be non-guaranteed player that they can waive immediately. And you just literally vaporize your entire summer because there's nothing to talk about or even think about. So
exactly.
Anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm really excited. Obviously the Toronto Raptors aren't picking, very early on, but if you've been following the draft, this is a really cool draft class. There's not a lot of drafts like this where the top three are very close together. And then there's just like a bunch of different tiers, but a lot of really kind of intriguing players at every level. It looks like this is a draft that could be very littered with gems up and down, like guys, really good role players, solid starters, stars, guys who, have a bunch of potential. I think this could be one of the best draft classes in the while. So I'm eagerly awaiting the first draft pick.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I wanted to ask you, who is your top three right now in order of what you think is going to happen, not of your...
What I think is going to happen? I think Dibansa is going to go number one. And then I don't know. I could easily see Cam Boozer going second.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot like you have to think about the teams that are going to be making these picks. Like the Wizards, they could use just some scoring talent. Dibansa's like really electric in that category. The Jazz, I think that they could find room. Like Boozer isn't an ideal fit. Like you would hope for a guy in the backcourt, so maybe Peterson is there, but Boozer is like a really cool player.
Yeah.
And, I'm then Peterson. I mean, Peterson is a question mark, but one of the most exciting guard prospects in a long time. So like, I'm really excited to watch all of these players develop. Who do you have as your top three?
Yeah, I mean, I think after the Trae Young signing, I think that's pretty obvious that Dibansa is going to be one. And I think it's super interesting for Utah because they've got Keontae George in the backcourt already, and there's like the intel with him having the same agency as Peterson. They can't both get paid there, that kind of stuff. But it's like you compare them, you can have a crazy dynamic guard duo, and they've built this front court of Jaren Jackson Jr., Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler. If they get that sorted out, they don't exactly need a big in there, although Boozer has a higher ceiling than all of those guys potentially.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you can also have Boozer playing kind of like the point forward role.
Absolutely.
Like
He's
it's a
such
lot
good passer.
different than the other guys in that front court. Like Markkanen and Triple J are kind of play finisher guys.
Yeah.
They don't have the playmaking in the front court, so Boozer might just be a good pick there, I think. Peterson is like a really exciting player. I feel like the Jazz, they've been bad for so long. I think that they want a guy who is at least going to play for them and at least going to be like, productive. And I think that's Boozer. I think Boozer could really fill that role for them. But like, okay, we haven't even talked about it. There has been a like massive earth-shattering trade. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, you've probably heard 1,000 takes already because it happened yesterday. But this is it. This is what everybody has been waiting for the past 4 or 5 years. It has been bubbling. It has been, through his proxies in the media. They've been saying he's not happy there, that he wants to go somewhere where he can win. And I don't know if that's what he got, but he
got nice weather. He got nice weather,
and a shot.
Honestly, at first I kind of hated it for both sides, but I've come away a bit different on it. I think they got a decent return considering, and I think
the package is fine.
I think Miami had to make the swing. Okay, we got Silver at the podium, so we're going to be getting close here. But they haven't announced that they're on the clock yet. But I don't imagine they'll take much time. This is just the
intro. This is the intro speech where he kind of talks to the crowd and preps people up and talks about how they're going to be inserting AI into all of the broadcasts next season.
Yeah.
Dibansa, Peterson is sitting there, and Boozer. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and there's the other factor with Boozer, if we go back to that, of his dad does work for the Jazz, I believe.
Yeah.
So
that, but do you remember what happened with Luka Doncic? They hired a Slovenian, what's it called? GM. No, it wasn't. So it was Vlade Slovenian, or he's Serbian, but he had like Slovenian like friends or something saying like, this guy is the dude, Luka Doncic, and they were like, okay, well, whatever, we're not going to pick him anyway. Like it's I don't know how some of these operations work, especially the bad teams. It seems like they just zig when everybody else would have zagged.
I know, and like all the smoke for the Kings is Acuff, but they could still just do something ridiculous because you just like. Okay, so the Wizards are on the clock.
Yep, they're on the clock. I think basically that the Eastern Conference is going to be a lot more competitive down the middle. Like even the Bucks, they might win a couple more games this season because a lot of it was that Giannis was unhealthy, probably not very motivated to play. And so they'll be getting, who knows how Hero's health is going to hold up. That's really I think Hero's a pretty good player.
Yeah.
But he's just never healthy. Yep. And the contract he's attached to makes that extremely difficult to win with. But if he's healthy for them, I mean, big if, he could recoup some of that value. I think that the picks are good. I think that if there is a big time possibility that the Heat are mid.
Yep.
And if they're mid and there's an injury or something and they fall out of the playoffs, they have like that new lottery system where those picks are worth a lot, right? So this could be very good for Milwaukee.
Yeah, and I mean, Milwaukee doesn't have control of their own picks in from 27 to 30 or something like that. So yeah, they kind of, they need this, lottery system to work out. But there's that kind of clause that is like an opt out, and they can change in a couple of years if the lottery's not how they like it. They're like going to change the rules or something. So by the time those picks come around, it could be a different method at that point.
Yeah, I don't have high hopes. I think it's a flawed system. I think that any kind of teams are always going to game the system. That's just how it works. No matter how you set it up, unless it's like sort of like the uber capitalist, no rules winner take all kind of thing that they've got going on in the EPL. You know what I mean? Like where you're just like, if you lose, you get relegated, which cannot happen in the NBA. Like you're not relegating the New York Knicks. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. So you're stuck with a system where you have to kind of create an opportunity for the bad teams to get good again. And I just feel like it's always, there's going to be something that you can do to sort of screw with the rules just based on the incentives. Right now, the way it is right now, the bad teams have to be bad for the whole season, pretty much. I think that's better than having teams that are mid for most of the season, and then at the very end, they just tank out of the playoff race. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be really visible. Like the bad teams that are losing, it's like, yeah, they suck. They're bad. They're playing young players. If you're literally throwing games like you're pretending injured, like it's going to be noticeable because teams are going to take nosedives out of the playoffs and the play-in. It's going to be ugly.
They've given themselves more power to punish.
1 second before this happens, you go. I just got to get something. I'll be right back.
Yeah, they've given themselves more power to actually punish teams that do violate that, where they can actually just deem that it was an illegal activity and take their draft pick. So we'll see if that comes into play, because around that play-in realm, it's like you get an extra pick if you're in the 9-10 versus the 7-8. And that's such an easy few games to drop out. If you look at this season, how close those teams were, 1 loss there, 2 losses there, and you're right in and you're getting double the opportunity, getting the same opportunity as somebody in the like middle 8. So okay, so the pick is in for the Wizards, and they took the entire time on the clock, which is pretty weird. Because you would have thought that they'd be already decided. They've had time. They got their talks in. Okay, Julian, the pick is
Apologies, sorry.
No worries.
I was working out not too long before this. And I'm very parched. Okay. The pick is in. Very interested.
They took the whole clock to decide it.
And we're not doing spoilers here. I don't care about those anymore. We're going to react as the pick comes in.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if it's anyone but AJ. I think AJ. I know a lot of people say Boozer, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter if his dad works for Utah if he's not there, if he's not available to be picked. Right?
Yeah. I think it's a similar situation to, like, not to directly compare these players, but the Paolo Chet thing, where it's like Chet can be your number 2 and win, and Boozer can be your number 2 and win, or you can have all of it rest on the shoulders of a high upside guy like a Debonsa or a Paolo, and they can average 30 in the playoffs, but you got to see if it translates.
Hold on, here's the pick.
They used the real name, so it was confusing.
I know. As soon as he said it, I was like, "Oh, they went off board." No, come on, get with the program, Julian. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I mean that was who I thought that they need scoring talent. They need a guy who can just kind of go. Like, my question with him is, will the scoring translate? Like, I understand that's the best part of his game, but is he going to be like that kind of guy? And I think if he is, then, sweet Anthony Edwards, or, like a guy who's just like really talented. But if it doesn't pan out, like, he doesn't have a lot of the other things that you would want. So, but again, like, this is a really good draft class.
He's 6'10" and super athletic. Yeah.
The thing is that, like, because these guys are all so close together, that it's like their weaknesses are way more pronounced, because people have to talk about their weaknesses more.
Exactly.
As a way of comparing them. Whereas if one guy like last year's draft, where Cooper Flagg was just the best prospect, I'm not going to say player at this point, but prospect, he was just his weakness. He didn't have as many weaknesses as the other players, right? And he was just in a different tier. So I like this pick. I mean, I'm super high on this guy. He's obviously I think he's going to be good.
Yeah. I think Washington's in a really good spot in terms of their actual asset pool.
I like Sarr, by the way.
Yeah,
too.
I like Sarr as well. He's going to be recovering from an injury, but he'll be fine. Keyshawn George, Trey Johnson.
Keyshawn George was like the huge surprise for them. Bub Carrington he was a bit of a disappointment, especially for me, because I was high on him before the draft because it looked like he could be like one of those big point guards that can shoot the ball. Maybe they're not an elite level creator, but they can play off of the ball a little bit. They can run the pick and roll a little bit, like a utility guy with some juice. And it's just, other than the shooting, nothing else has really translated. He doesn't have the on ball stuff that I think a lot of people did. The bright side is Keyshawn George looks like he does have that, because he looks great with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
He's very fluid. I don't know what his ceiling's like, but right now he's exciting, and they need something like that. But here you go. You've just added a really talented guy that can play alongside him off the ball. I think it's a good idea.
It'll be interesting because they just gave Trae Young $53 million a season, who is typically like a 35+ usage percentage guy, who has the ball in his hands a lot, very ball dominant, but you want AJ to get these touches early. So I'm confident that they'll get him the touches and stuff, but you wonder when that happens. By proxy, does somebody like Keyshawn George's touches start to dry up? Somebody like Bub, somebody like Trey Johnson, they become purely just kind of off-ball shooters, which works for their skill sets. That's fine.
I just don't like the Trae Young / AD acquisition. Like they're trying to push the accelerator, which has had some success, mixed success. Like the Rockets, I know I poo-pooed that. I thought like they're trying to get good. They're throwing these crazy contracts to people, but it did kind of work for them because they needed somebody who could, distribute the ball, shoot the ball. Fred VanVleet. They needed a sort of a team leader. They got that in what's his face there, Canadian. Dylan Brooks, right before he was traded, obviously, but he was like, they accelerated their timeline, and I think that's what the Wizards had in mind. But I just don't like the idea of Trae Young being on the ball the entire time.
I know, exactly.
You're going to be kind of like starving, pulling the oxygen out of the room for these other guys who you want to develop.
Yeah, and with the contract they just gave him, he's not really tradable anytime soon. He was salary dumped, and you just gave him $53 million a season. I don't get it.
They were caught in that trap where you trade for a guy who has you give up assets for a guy you have to sign. I mean, that happened with Emmanuel Quickley in the Toronto Raptors. I think Emmanuel Quickley, like his deal's looking a little better.
Exactly.
I have him like. Here's the thing, like everybody talks about Emmanuel Quickley and like kind of craps on him. Oh, the pick is in. So
yeah, they really didn't wait too long at all. They were pretty quick. I do think they take Darren. I think
you think Peterson?
Yeah, okay. I think that they go for the higher upside, right? Because I think he does have a higher upside. I think he's going to be such a good scorer. I'm not too concerned with the long-term health stuff.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. He has a lot of really fantastic traits as a player.
Yeah.
Great on-ball stuff. Good size.
Yeah.
Good athleticism.
Good defender.
Just like,
really good defender. Yeah.
Just like seems like a 1A kind of guard where you're just like, I feel confident this guy's going to pan out and become, but like, of course, the health stuff, very kind of bizarre. Okay, here we go. NBA draft. The Utah Jazz select Darren Darren Peterson. Yep.
It's a good pick.
So Boozer, man.
I think look, the Grizzlies luck out here. They don't have to make that decision, and they're going to get a great player either way.
Yeah, and a guy who will fit with their team for sure.
Yes,
they need to add some defense to that squad. I think that's a number one. They've got a lot of guys with talent, but they need to. But here's the thing: you can get defenders. Like, hopefully you grow some. Yep. Hopefully you're building some guys up, but you can go and get guys who can play defense, especially if they're play finishers, shooters, that kind of stuff. Put those kinds of guys around Boozer.
They have another pick this draft, right? So they can get a guy there.
They've got some role players, and Cedric Coward, like,
he's a pretty good two-way player.
I think he'll be a solid starter. I don't know if he's like a future star, but that's good. Like, they've got some good guys that they'll be able to like, even Scottie Pippen Jr.
Yeah.
Like, they've got some like guys who weren't healthy. It'll be interesting. I'm interested to see. I think that they did a good, like, of course they got screwed by how the picks work and they traded Triple J.
Yeah.
But
Utah got one over on them on that, but yeah.
Then again, I mean, I think that they were wise to move on from that core.
I think
it was just like, do we hold on to this or do we move on? And their strength has always been on the draft.
They are actually, because they're pretty analytically driven, and they hit on all these like mid firsts. I mean, it'll be interesting. You've got Zach Edey to play the 5, and then you can have Boozer as your 4. That's fun. But I mean, speaking of Jazz, because I don't want to just breeze past this, it does annoy me because they're some of the most egregious tankers of the last couple of years that they've been able to pivot. So like pivot, even though this was a long time coming, to end up with, the 5th pick last year and the 2nd pick this year and grab a couple of pretty nice high upside players. And I mean, they spent the right kind of pick capital at the right time to get some win now players.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how, I mean, the tanking aside, I don't care about that really. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, they're being rewarded for their cheating. It's like, guys,
I was just mad they out-tanked us.
Yeah, no, I know. I just kind of like tip my cap and say, you did what you needed to do.
Will Hardy calling too many timeouts to kill possessions when there was like a 1-point game. It's like,
brilliant.
Hey, you did it. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, so like, let's talk about some of the guys after that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so Boozer's definitely next. Then it's like, there's like that second draft tier underneath those guys with Caleb Wilson. He is obviously very exciting type of player.
Yeah.
Big, strong, fast.
Fits exactly their new MO that they were saying, that slap thing, the size, length, athleticism, physicality or something. He fits exactly that. And he's got, he's a guy with a lot of potential. That should be a no-brainer. If the Bulls mess this up, I'm going to feel so bad for Bulls fans. But
I don't think they will. I think
really
it's a new front office. I think they're going to take the safe pick and like the good pick. I mean, that's an interesting scenario because with him coming in, like, they're going to try and give him a lot of runway. And a lot of like, I'm interested to see who they want to keep. Like, it seems like Giddey is a guy they're interested in keeping around, which I kind of get it.
Yeah.
What's interesting about them is that they're kind of building like a big team overall.
Yep.
And I was kind of thinking about it conceptually. From a possession standpoint, a lot of people talk about how like large guards, it's not worth it because like they're not usually the pick is in. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought there was new information. There isn't. It's
because it was Shams talking. Although Shams is saying that the Jazz met with Peterson over the weekend and he expressed desire to help Utah make a leap, which was contrary to what had been reported, that he was like trying to dodge Utah or wasn't meeting with them and nobody wants to be in Utah. But it seems like he talked to them and that was not a problem. They always seem to do this where they they're like, yeah, this guy doesn't want to go to Utah. This guy does. It's like, no, what they want to do is go to a team where they're going to get opportunity, where they can trust the front office.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot at the end of the day, I think that it's all like the prospect leans on the agents quite a bit in these times. Agents don't want to get on the bad side of a franchise.
Yeah.
And like you have to get your agency and your clients deals. And a lot of the time you don't want to burn a bridge with an entire franchise because there's only 30 of them.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the time it's just like tough luck. This is how it works. And you kind of have to get on board, go along to get along. And then at the end of your tenure there, either you love it, you don't like it, you want to move on, that kind of stuff. Most of the time these guys are well taken care of and they, you know, they make the mark on their team. They're not trying to move on immediately. Okay, here's the pick. It's going to be pretty obvious. Cam Boozer. Yeah, okay. I like him as a prospect a lot.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are concerned about his defense and stuff. I feel like team building these days in the NBA, number one, it's easier to build around a guy who's big, even if he's not a great defender, because they're going to be able to, you're going to get something out of them other than the scoring.
Yeah.
And maybe the playmaking. Because with Jokic, a lot of people say like he doesn't have very good defense. Very true. But one thing he does do is that he gets a ton of rebounds and he doesn't turn the ball over very much when you account for the fact that he is scoring so much and also passing the ball so much. So he is cutting down on your turnovers and he's collecting a gazillion rebounds. So even if the defense isn't there, you have the ball more than your opponent. And if they're good enough on offense, it doesn't matter. You've taken care of two aspects of the game. And one of them you can backfill with like, you know, defensive talent, like Aaron Gordon type players.
Yeah.
Who are valuable, but, you know, available.
Yeah. To answer Andre's question, his brother did stay in college. I think he pulled out around the testing stage because he didn't have a very good last couple of months. And it's looking like next year is probably his best chance. And like people were hypothesizing that it was like, oh, is he trying to tank it down to the second round so he can get picked and they can get, no, he just wasn't quite good enough. The interesting thing for Boozer going to Memphis is because Memphis doesn't, Ja is still there, but they don't really have a number one, right? And Boozer would get number one opportunities here, whereas he wouldn't really get that at the other two places. And he'll get a chance to grow probably earlier into potentially a guy that guys didn't like, that people wouldn't think he was going to be. He wasn't really marketed as this can be your guy. But he's one of the most efficient players. Defense needs a bit of work, but incredible playmaker. He's just so talented across the board. One
comparison that I saw, which I thought was great, was like post-injury but pre-fall off Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Where Blake Griffin was like this kind of
like, is this playmaking
power forward? Yeah, Detroit Blake Griffin before he just completely fell off.
Yeah.
And he was a good player. He was like a playmaking guy. He could put the ball in his hands. He could play him on and off the ball. You could do those ghost screen maneuvers that they love to do with Cam Boozer. You can do a lot of stuff with a player like that. And it doesn't like, of course you need to go out and find complementary players, but when they're big enough and they have enough tools in their tool belt, you can do that. You can account for their weaknesses. So I think he has the potential to be the best player in the class because his offensive upside is very high and he is a large player. So
the Bulls
this is a really good draft. Yeah.
Oh, it really is.
Oh man, I'm super excited to see if the Bulls. Yeah.
I mean, it should be pretty simple, right? And I really like a couple other guys going forward. Like I'm a big Modest Buzelis guy,
Right.
right? So
Buzelis is he's a still a big coin flip in my opinion. He took a step. Like
yeah,
he went from being very raw
yeah,
to raw but forgivable,
Mhm.
and like had some really interesting games.
yeah,
I don't know whether he is going, like his trajectory is like energy player
Mhm.
with some skill as a low end, right? Maybe like a bench player,
Mhm.
or like a star player. Like he could be a star player, but
And
he's still, it's an open-ended question in my opinion. I don't know how he's going to turn out, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, like having somebody like Wilson next to him will help. Buzelis was incredibly active defensively last year. I didn't watch the most Bulls because they were pretty bad, right? But Buzelis was a big stock guy, and he was like right behind Scotty in blocks, which I mean,
He is a special athlete. Like
yeah,
people, like I don't even like using it's like a sneaky athlete, because
yeah.
if you're
But
his
for a white guy,
athleticism
he's
sneaks up
incredibly
on you.
athletic.
I've heard people say it. I saw somebody say
Yeah.
Cooper Flagg was sneaky athletic. It's
Yeah.
like,
No,
don't.
I remember.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was. I want to say it was Bill Simmons, and he was trying to describe Grady Dick and Tyler Hero as being like, oh, they just kind of move a bit, and I'm like, just admit it that they don't move like you'd expect a white guy to move. like it's just a white guy with a bit of sauce. Like it's okay.
Yeah, Buzelis and like Flagg are like hyper athletes. So they're like really like some of the Buzelis dunks that he has are like jaw dropping, like absolutely. R.I.P. Stacey King. How could we forget? No, I'm actually dead serious right now. I loved him. He was my favorite. Okay, Caleb Wilson was just taken. But yeah, R.I.P. to the GOAT. Like that guy was awesome. I would listen to the give me the hot toss.
Yeah.
Oh, Boozy Vert, dog got him. All right, R.I.P. to it. Like literally
legend.
The most exciting legend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is really crappy. But yeah, they've got a bright future. Caleb Wilson, I mean, in another draft, he could have gone number 2 or this guy.
Yeah, like this just really shows that teams can be relatively incompetent for years and then pull the trigger at the right time.
Yeah.
The right draft and have a completely different outlook, right? Grizzlies pulled it at the right time. Bulls finally pulled it at the right time.
Yeah. I'm happy for that franchise because I mean, I'm not over the moon because they do have a really stingy owner who does not seem to care if the team is going to be great or good or mediocre. He seems to be fine with mediocre because then he makes enough money. That's it. But maybe they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They have a relatively blank slate. They've got some young players with talent. I mean, obviously Caruso was like a demon the past couple of playoffs, so you can't give them too much credit with getting what's his face there,
Giddy for him. But
but I mean,
Giddy's been pretty good for them.
He has been pretty good for them. I have likened him, as you know, I mentioned that he reminded me his career trajectory and kind of also as a player to RJ Barrett. Where the context changes. They were considered like a bit of a draft bust. They moved to a new context and they kind of look a lot better. And they're actually good players at this point and not just kind of meme players.
Yeah. Okay, Clippers are on the clock here.
Yeah, Clippers. This is where the draft kind of gets a little swampy.
Where the trade talk starts to heat up too, because there's a lot
this
of
is where
this is where the Kings might really want to move up for A-Cuff. This is where
Mhm.
you see whether or not they want to take a guard next to Garland, or if they do make a move to trade back, right? I think they'll stay
Mhm.
and they'll just take
Wagler.
I would think they would take Wagler because that is a decent fit next to Garland, but Mikal Brown Jr. would
Yeah.
probably be he's my favorite guard in the draft, and then followed by Phylon.
This is also the funniest pick because they got it because the Pacers were like, let's just do it like gamble here.
Gamble, the craziest gamble. And
They
for Kevin,
literally rolled snake eyes and had to give a high pick in a loaded draft.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then for Kevin Pritchard or whoever the GM to go on Twitter and be like, my bad.
I take accountability. The only reason he's able to do that is because they got that finals berth. Like he was like, he could not have done that if they had not just went to the finals. So he burned some credibility there. That was a crazy trade.
Yeah. And it's like bailing the Clippers out of their mess. It's so annoying, but
I am so disgusted with the league, honestly, for not resolving this Kawhi situation.
I know.
How
I just
can
feel like
you
nothing's
wait
gonna happen
this long?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how juries have to be sequestered before you pass judgment, because then you don't get outside information tainting the jury pool or like opinion or whatever. Where's your sense of objectivity? You're just going to wait and watch and see what happens to these teams and what picks they're going to make.
Exactly.
And then come up with the judgment that you're going to dole out to these teams. It seems like they're going to cook the books. They're trying to engineer the best possible scenario where they can assess what feels like the right. So maybe they get this pick, and then the next year's draft,
the 2027 pick. Who cares, right? Exactly.
They'll do something as a soft landing. They'll engineer some kind of escape hatch for Kawhi to leave the team, and then they'll maybe pin it all on him. Who knows?
Meanwhile, the aspiration guy who sends to like 15 years or something like that.
He bit the bullet so that he could be what do they call it? The sin eater.
Yeah.
The sin eater is the person who takes the fall. I guess fall guy is another way of putting that. But he was, the fall guy for this whole operation. I mean, we all know what happened. Like
Pablo Torre did such a good job reporting on this, constantly coming up with new stuff every time. It was like, no, this is deniable. And it's like, actually, you reinvested in it after you said they were a scam. Oh, actually, it's like, no, none of it matters.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
We all know what's happening. If the NBA does not give a sufficiently harsh penalty, I mean, it'll just look like the league is rigged.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It will just look like that. And you have to avoid the impropriety. You can't look like you are running a influence racket. Here we go. Interested.
If this is the BI pick, yes. This is
Keaton Wagler. Okay, well, I mean, that's what we thought. So
so far it's gone pretty much chalk to what most mock drafts were.
Yep.
Which is kind of how it is in the Intel landscape that we're at.
I think a lot of the time you want your mock to reflect reality so that you look smart.
Yeah.
And then, like, if you get a lot of picks right, then you're going to look like you're smart. Like, I'm sure, and obviously you want to plant your flag in a couple of different areas, and you should say like, oh, this is the guy who's going to go here. But I think that you want to be close to the consensus while not directly stepping on the consensus, you know? So I think that a lot of the time you'll use information that you hear from rumors and from maybe inside sources to guide your mock so that it looks a little closer to reality.
Yeah. This is I hate to say it, but it's a great pick for the Clippers. He's got a lot of upside, a lot of potential. He has been able to put on like 25 pounds or something like that in the last 4 or something months to answer the questions of, is he undersized? He's getting stronger.
6'6", Kings.
Yeah.
He's a bigger guard.
Mhm.
Like he's kind of like he has the right tools to succeed in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's not a question. I think that he answered that question pretty well.
Yeah.
There's a lot to like about him.
Yeah.
I think that the Clippers are in an interesting situation. They've got a lot of questions that need to be answered before you can really assess the kind of fit. Of course, you mentioned Darius Garland, a guy who is still on the books, and I think part of their future. Like, I have no idea what they're doing.
I know.
It is so hard to read the tea leaves, especially when we don't know what the penalties are going to be. Is it going to be worth it for them to rebuild? Like, who knows?
Yeah, the rumors have come out that they still want to like build around Kawhi or something, which, like, obviously he's their best player. Last season he was incredible, but I would take advantage of it and trade him as high as you can. Right now, you could get a high pick probably in this draft, or get several in the future and commit to that rebuild. But I mean, because if the plan is to compete this season, they weren't good enough last season to compete. And if they're going to roll out Garland, Kawhi, don't have a center anymore, Yannick Niederhauser and Wagler, and role players.
It feels like
not
they're
good
going
enough for the West.
No.
Yeah.
Feels like they have to either, like, every time people say that they're going to rebuild, it just seems like they retool.
Yeah.
Right. And every summer is like some kind of version of a retool where they send, of course, they read the tea leaves and totally came up with the correct decision with regards to Paul George. Like, that was a masterstroke, not re-signing him, basically saying, listen, it's this or the highway. And he left. And obviously the James Harden situation was tough for them because he was good, but of course, like, there's a time limit for how long he can be on a roster, really. So they just kind of made the shrewd trade of getting Garland, who I am a fan of. I think he is a good player, but it seems like they're shuffling chairs around on the Titanic, and these are good chair shuffles. Like, these like make sense, very feng shui with how the ship looks, but I don't know if that ship is going to stay afloat for much longer. Like, I have no clue what they're doing. So it'll be very interested, but this is a good pick for them for sure. Like, this is some high-end talent that they can slot into a bunch of different lineups. Like, that's the other thing about big guards, is that you don't have to have, you can play them next to a point guard size player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If, let's say you need more ball handling, you can play them together and it's not going to be a big, horrible mismatch. So
now, Nets on the clock here.
I really like Kingston Flemings as a player.
Yeah.
And I would take him.
You would take him 6?
I'd think about it. I think he's going to be good. He's got so many tools. He has, like, he big dogged a lot of players in this year's draft. This year. While playing. Like, he is a really, really talented guy. And I think that he could have a huge impact on the game and be kind of like, I'm thinking like Suggs plus kind of. Where he could be like really like a lot of tools, but also then be like, maybe Derek White is a better comparison. Like those kinds of toolsy guards that I think like are having a heyday right now. Like Josh Hart is an interesting guy in that kind of mold. I don't know if, like, I've always felt like they built the Knicks around Josh Hart. And what I mean by that is that in order for him to be a good player, you need a bunch of different things. Like Cat was like a godsend for him as a player, because when your center can shoot, you can run a shooting guard who's not like he shot well this season, but like in the past, he hasn't been a very good shooter. So I just think that there's like a lot of different ways you can be successful, and he has so many different tools. So we'll see. The pick is in.
Okay, so like what I think the interesting element here is that they could squeeze the Kings for a trade up and then take who they want still. They could take Fleming. They could take Mikal Brown.
Mikal Brown. Okay. I mean, this is also chalk. This is like, this is all going pretty much.
what I think is interesting is I think they could have tried to squeeze the Kings to threaten we're going to take
Acuff.
Acuff because of how
Yeah.
obvious they want Acuff and squeeze
Yeah.
like one asset out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think a pick like this is putting their rebuild back on track after their what I would consider disastrous draft last year.
I am higher. I was higher. I mentioned it at the time, but I was higher on Igor Demon than a lot of people. I think that was the best pick that they made in that draft
for sure
out of the guys. And the thing is that he's one of those big guards who now shows that he can shoot.
Yeah, he proved to be a great 3-point shooter.
So you add another guard and you can play those guys together. That's kind of the benefit of having those larger guards.
Yeah.
Is that you can fit another guy in there and you can have like that really elevates the offense when you have multiple ball handlers, multiple kind of plus offensive players.
Yeah.
Who don't like that aren't rubbing into one another.
Yeah.
Like you can't have too many small guards is basically what I'm trying to say. So
yeah, and I mean a guy like Yegor, he's got vision to pass over top, and he was a pretty damn good 3-point shooter last year. The duo of them, I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty fun. Interesting that they've got to play with Randall and MPJ through it, but the Nets are trying to not be the worst.
I don't hate the fit as much as some people. I think that Randall is better than I thought.
He's overhated.
He's overhated. He's not, I would say, like a guy. He's kind of in the Jokic realm where you got to build around him a little bit in order to make him the juice worth the squeeze. But he's shown that he can at least contribute to a winning team. Like on Minnesota, I was really down on that trade because I didn't like him, but he did better than I thought he would. Of course, Cat going to the Knicks. I mean, we saw what happened with that. That was a brilliant move by Leon Rose.
Yeah.
But it went a bit better for the Timberwolves, who obviously made that trade because of the contract situation. Yeah. But I thought it was okay. I think he's overhated. I think that MPJ, those guys, I think it can work. So I'm not too... They'll be mediocre is what I'm trying to say. They're not going to be...
Which is what they want to be.
Yeah.
They don't want to be the worst, and they want to still get a chance that... but they don't have their pick next year. So they're just going to try to compete.
Yeah, but it's still the ethos of the team.
Yeah.
You talked to the owner, Joe Tsai, who hated the way that those Durant teams were so selfish.
Yeah. He's
trying to build a team that's more of a team.
Yeah. I think he really enjoyed the D'Lo Nets. The fun, up-tempo, actual team where they're dancing on the bench and everything. And I think he's been chasing that feeling like ever since then, where he's like, let's just be fun again.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that would have jaded me as a first-time owner as well, like putting myself in the shoes of a billionaire who owns like a team as a plaything. But like, yeah, those guys come in, they run the show. It's a circus. You feel powerless. These guys are your employees, but they're kind of making you look ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then, you want to be back in charge. You want to be the guy who's making it happen again. So he is empowered Sean Marks to make a team that is very unselfish, but this is obviously a good pick. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
This is not a bad pick by any means.
I think he'll be their best player in very short order. Like, I think within
probably the easiest path to becoming the best player on a roster. The Nets, one of those teams. So maybe only the next team has probably the easiest path, which is probably why Acuff wants to go there.
Yeah.
The Kings are on the clock here.
The pick is in. They know. They've known for months.
Okay, so, pretty shocked if it wasn't Acuff, because that is like the worst guarded secret in the NBA.
Yeah. Which is going to be fun in a couple of years when they trade Acuff for a measly return and then say we need a point guard.
Acuff has a really funny player profile. So
Yeah, he's a terrible defender. So
Yeah. Okay. He's like he just doesn't. He's like a combination of like low defensive feel. So like,
yeah.
what's really funny is like how the skill sets, lots of different skill sets that you would assume go hand in hand, don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've mentioned this many times in the past, where like RJ Barrett is very high feel on offense. He has a good sense of what he should be doing. On defense, he's like very low feel, and he's just like kind of like he's gotten better. I don't want to slag on the guy too much, but like that's definitely not one of his strengths. Let's put it that way. Acuff is both like low feel and also just like does not care about defense. He's like, yeah, not my thing. So, but he is like a super, super talented offensive player. So it's going to be fun to watch. So,
yeah, who I feel for maybe the most in the NBA is Keegan Murray. His job is just defend everyone because we've got Zach LaVine next to you. We've got Darius Acuff next to you. They're going to be waving and stretching DeMar, it sounds like.
They have a type, and it's so friggin' funny. It's like they are the kid who plays NBA 2K for the first time and makes their favorite team.
Yeah.
And there's like no centers, there's no power forwards. It's just hoopers. It's like guys who put up points, guys who love dribbling the basketball. And they're like, that is the type of player I love and I can't get enough of. So this is another one of those guys. But I mean, like, if you're bad, you want to put butts in the seat. You want to be fun. You want to be exciting. And if you're going to lose, you want your team to score a crap ton of points. And Darius Acuff Jr. can do that. He is like a really talented player.
Yeah.
Like he is so min-maxed towards what he is. Like he has cranked the sliders all the way up on one end and then all the way down on the other. So it's very funny. And
but he's also a really good playmaker. He's a good passer. Like there's so much offense juice there. He's going to be a fun player regardless, and he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot with the Kings. So there'll be fun there. Will they do anything in the West? Not for a long time.
No. The Sabonis situation.
Yep. Which, hey, keep us out of it. I hate seeing that rumor rear its thing, and then you've got Grange talking about, well, the Raptors could move Pirtle and multiple picks for Sabonis.
Wow.
It's like, get out of here. What are you talking about? Multiple picks for an equally, maybe worse contract where he makes $50 million a year. I just hope that is purely a Kings rumor that is getting circulated.
I think that they like RJ.
Yep.
And I think that there's probably been discussion there. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, a lot of the time is that you're far apart on terms. The terms are not amenable. Like if I come to you and I say I want to buy your lawnmower, I'll buy it for $50, and you're like, no, I'm selling it for $130. Technically, we had a meeting to discuss your lawnmower, but we're not close.
Exactly.
So that's what could be happening. It could be his agent trying to get him out of there. Mm-hmm. Toronto is a much more favorable market for your clients. So what are you trying to do? You're trying to get him to a new place.
Yeah.
And so you just keep talking about Toronto. That's what I think. I don't want to trade RJ Barrett for Sabonis, not only because I think RJ is on his contract is worth more than Sabonis on his contract, but this is it just does not fit the roster.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to add another undersized big who's going to be involved in screening actions and going to want to be able to be the passing hub and all this kind of stuff, on ball reps and stuff that should be going to Scotty Barnes and a CMB.
Exactly.
It just doesn't make any sense.
No. Now
Pick is in.
They're on commercial. I mean, at least for me, I think I'm a second behind. But
I see.
yeah, the pick is in. Now I'm just interested what you think Atlanta's going to do here.
Well, I don't know. As I mentioned, I like Kingston Flemings. I think they might deal the pick. I think they might trade it.
They're pretty in on Trey Murphy apparently.
I could see that for sure.
I could see that.
Pelicans
yeah, right.
Get their pick back.
It's hilarious what they've done. If that's what happens, they just found a way to just basically give away Trey Murphy for nothing.
Oh my god! But yeah, like the Hawks are in. They want to take another step, right? They lost to the defending champions.
Yeah,
of course, they have some of the best defenders at the wing.
Yeah,
in the entire league. It's time to, Aaron Wiggins. They just made an upgrade. It looks like maybe they'll do some kind of deal here.
Yeah.
I mean, they could keep Kingston Flemings, but
they could go Ade Mara if they really want to go.
Ade Mara is definitely a factor there. Yeah. I mean, they definitely need like a legit 7-footer. I mean, Okongwu, I like Okongwu. I've liked Okongwu for a long time.
Yeah.
When everybody was kind of crapping on him. And he is an exciting kind of player, but they need a guy who can stand in the paint and block shots.
They have another pick later in the draft, right? Don't they have one in the 20s as well?
Yeah, but I mean, like the center prospects as you go further back are just it's not the same level of.
But I would sooner take like Flemings and Vasar over Mara and whatever guard is left over at that point, if you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can see what you're saying.
Just because I care more about drafting guards than bigs when I'm thinking high lottery. I'm typically don't like to take bigs there unless it's.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be an outlier. Like the top of the
which
draft
he's an outlier size.
Yeah. He's an outlier, but like in a way that's kind of more role playery than a guy who is, a star player.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Pick is in. Kingston Flemings. Okay, I like that pick. I think he's one of the best players.
Yeah,
I liked him better than Acuff. I think that he has so much potential in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the NBA is about now.
And I mean,
go ahead.
I think they planned well for this. They signed CJ to that 1 year, $21 million. And I think it's a smooth transition that they can kind of prep for, right? As they let him get reps, but they're trying to still be a playoff team. They're not going to start a rookie guard like that, I don't think, right? So, I think it's a great get for them there. And considering how they got this pick in the first place, just a huge win for them. Their GM, Canadian, Ansi Saleh, he's been killing it.
I mean, he's gotten a whole bunch of great reads, I would say.
Yeah.
Getting like NAW, I think was like a brilliant move. Just betting on a guy taking a step, and he did.
Yeah.
Like building around Triple J, not Triple J, excuse me.
JJ.
Double there we go. Double J. Lots of J people in the NBA.
Too many.
But I think that's smart. I know that he just had a really bad playoffs, but as I mentioned, like he had a great year.
Yeah.
And they needed to do something, I think. Like the Trae Young trade was a long time coming.
Yeah.
I think it was smart to just go in a different direction. And it's very easy to build around a player like JJ, even though, as I mentioned, like he's not a very good defender.
Yeah.
But he's big. He can handle the ball. He can score. He's a monster in transition.
Yep.
And you can build around guys with size, even if they do have some flaws in their game. So,
yeah.
And Kingston Flemings, I mean, Dyson Daniels, he's going to learn some tricks from him.
Yep.
Dyson Daniels is obviously like one of those cool, larger, toolsy role player guards that we've been talking about. And I feel like Kingston Flemings has like way more on ball juice than that.
Yeah,
like he's a
sure.
way more well-rounded player. Dyson Daniels was always a bit of a gamble because he had these amazing tools. Like, and you just wonder, like, is he going to be able to put it together?
Yeah.
And he's put enough together that now he's like a legit player in the NBA.
Yeah.
But I feel like Kingston Flemings just has like a lot of special qualities for a guard.
Definitely.
And plus the stuff that you want from a guard. Like he's not the top of the class in terms of, you know, his creation ability, but he's not the bottom. Like he's got a lot of good characteristics. And I think that Atlanta, as you mentioned, they've got a veteran that they're paying right now on a smart contract, and they're going to try and incubate this guy. Maybe they trade him. Who knows?
Yeah. And then pick is in now for what I think is the most interesting pick for the lottery for me, because this is Masai Ujiri's first pick.
I know.
As the Mavericks. And I think they're going to go Nate Ament.
Ament,
because Masai is a madman.
Is it Ament or is it Ament?
Maybe I've always said Ament, but it could be Ament.
One of the youngest players with the highest upside. He loves those types of players.
Exactly. Right.
And then maybe we see a trade back. I don't know.
Yeah, because they don't have I don't think he would be gone. I mean, Milwaukee, there's been a rumor a couple times of them going Ament, but
the thing is that they've already got a guy kind of tall forward that can do a lot of offensive and defensive stuff. Like
Masai's not afraid to double down on that.
I know. That's a good point. They might go with a guard. I don't know. Burries.
Also, their new coach, Michigan.
Right. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So
that is totally
it
true.
Johnson, totally a Masai pick.
Yeah.
Yaxel, Masai pick. Ademara, Masai. He hasn't really gone.
Yeah, they could go with a big. They could more. I love Morez Johnson. I think that guy has he's
worked out for the Raptors apparently.
Well, I don't think he's going to be around unless they trade.
I know, because you have to get past 2 OKC picks, 2 Charlotte picks for him to get there, and I just don't see that happening.
There will be a power forward available for the Raptors to draft, I think, that will be good. Yeah. Like Landeberg, if Morez Johnson falls, Steinbach.
Yep.
Like, I don't think Graves that far. Yeah, Graves. I know that they love.
He's not my top
Graves,
pick,
but like I see why they want him there. But Chris Sinak, I know that is very controversial, but he will be there too, I think. Okay, let's see. Morez Johnson, there you go. You were right.
Masai, you demon. Makes sense. Michigan coach, he gets his guy right away.
And it's interesting. He was the first Michigander. I guess,
a lot of people thought Mara would be before him.
Mara, or even what's his name? Yax. Yeah, Yaxel was like obviously the best player on that team, but he's also like the oldest. So I get it.
Yeah.
Morez Johnson, I see a lot of Robert Williams III.
Yeah.
Kind of undersized, but has the huge dog in him where he's just like going to run through a brick wall for you. And he's very strong and athletic.
Yeah.
And big enough. Like he's not a good wingspan and all that.
I wouldn't be too surprised if he ended up like Precious Achua, but
sure. That's always the downside with those sort of very toolsy, large, athletic, forward-ish kind of guys. But
he's got his coach who got a lot out of him, and he's
skinnier than I thought he would be.
Yeah,
in that suit.
Like some of these guys are huge next to him, but it's true. That's just a cool thing to happen to go with your same coach.
Sure, for sure. That is a huge win for them. That there's like this is higher than I think than he was mocked, but this is not like a super reach. Like this is in
exactly.
He was in that group of players in this tier.
Yeah.
So it's not like they did something, went off the board so that they could get one of the coach's players.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
This guy is easily a guy you could see or was mocked being able to be taken here. So
yeah. And I guess this would also kind of indicate that Kyrie's staying for the time being. They didn't take a guard. I thought there was a chance they would go Burries or something like that and try to get Cooper as guard. But I think for the time being, keep Kyrie, let him kind of organize the guys.
They need a big too. Like, they don't know what the condition of what's his face is going to be.
Lively.
He has.
If he got healthy, that's such a nice looking front court shaping up for them. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do think this is a pretty good pick. They need a big. They need a guy who can. I think that their idea about Cooper Flag, and this is kind of what Masai did with Scotty Barnes too, is more on ball reps, more on ball reps. Push them into this kind of playmaking forward role. Yeah. And the thing about Cooper Flag, same with Scotty Barnes, is that they have good processing. So when you want the ball in their hands, maybe they don't have the best handle, but it's good enough with their size and their ability to, score and go to the basket that they are going to be able to make good things happen. And you want to put lob threats next to those types of guys. They can see over the defense. They're going to be on ball. They're going to be attracting a lot of attention. There's going to be opportunities for a guy like Morez Johnson to just rim run.
Yeah.
Get to the rim and Cooper Flag can throw it. Like, you saw what happened when Cooper Flag, like, it wasn't to the level that what's his name had with Malawach. Obviously the other guy on Duke. Con Knipple had great synergy, but Cooper Flag also had a lot of synergy with Malawach as well.
Yeah.
Where
he's
that
great
was
with lob threats. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is smart. This makes sense.
I think
like
they're going to
him
be a
as a
fun
player.
duo.
Yeah.
Like a lot of energy. Great on ball defense. That's going to be fun. Now, for the Bucks who are on the clock now, I mean, I would imagine this is where the amen pick is, because
that's what everybody has been saying for weeks now, is that they love this guy
because they kind of need to take a swing kind of thing here, and they're going to be bad for a while, right? So,
well, mediocre or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the new purgatory is in the NBA. And they're showing his coach, or their new coach, quite a bit, because obviously a little home cooking there. I'm sure he put his 2 cents in and said this guy is a baller, right? Yeah. But then Burries has fallen pretty far.
Yeah.
Like, will they be able to pick him if he gets to Golden State? Like, Golden State.
But do you go Yaxel if you're Golden State, right? Like, I would.
If Burries is still on the board, they need a guy who can play in the front court. I don't know, man. I
think the right move would be to take Burries, but Golden State might look at it and go, "We've got Pods. We don't need that. We've got Steph and Pods."
They have Steph for sure. I have no idea what they're planning on doing. The Golden State Warriors, just because the 2 timeline thing has haunted that franchise.
There's a rumor that they would consider moving Draymond in the right deal.
Of course they would.
Right? I mean, the guy if somebody offers you the house for
Yeah. I mean, the Steph window has pretty much closed, but they want to give him at least something to play with.
Rich Paul lurking with Burries.
So Nate Ament, I can't remember. He looks so young. Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
He looks like he's like 12 or something. And I think that's like the appeal. Like, he is a young guy. He's like 19, I believe. Like, he's in his teens.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of on-ball stuff for a player his size. That's what you're mining, right?
But
everybody's looking at that.
Yeah, his shooting was not where it was expected or hoped to be.
Or even finishing.
Yeah, his finishing was god-awful for, what is he, 6'10"? bad indicators there, right? Pick is in.
Yeah, he had, but there is so much to be mined in that space where he is.
Yeah.
Burries.
Okay.
Imagine, what if Ament fell to the Raptors? Would you take him,
I would
even
take
though
him.
he is kind of
Yeah, I'd take him.
very similar to like kind of what the Raptors have in Scotty Barnes?
Mm-hmm. I'd take him because I like swings and I like, you know.
They could play him off the bench.
Yeah. I think that would improve your bench, and he would get, he'd have some time. Raptors have a chance to develop another guy. I like this pick mostly for the Bucks.
Yeah, it's the BPA. I mean, it's like, maybe they got gun shy and they were like, listen, this guy is mocked much higher than he like fell here.
Yeah.
But Ament, I think now his floor is a lot further down.
OKC
Like, I think
could just, because OKC,
I don't think so.
they don't need anybody right away.
Yeah.
They did the Usman Jang thing, right? But maybe they've learned from that.
Yes, they could develop a guy, but like, I feel like they should just go out and get like the best kind of role player that they can. A guy who's just going to fit. Like Landeberg would be like a really smart pick for the Thunder.
Yeah, they just
if
need
he
him
makes
to
it past
Golden State. Yeah,
right. But now, I think maybe they take Landeberg. That's what everybody's saying, is that the Golden State Warriors, the retirement home, they're going to pick the oldest player.
Yeah, and I think like he fits with Draymond as this kind of eccentric. He's not like that eccentric, but like he's a bit of a more fun player. So that's kind of interesting. And then I think that gives OKC the chance to take Mara as the hopeful Wemby defender kind of deal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm very curious. There's so many things in flux right now. I was sure that the Bucks would be getting in on Ament or Ament.
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody was saying.
Yeah.
So now, like, what if Mara is like available with the Raptors pick? What if I mean, like,
somebody good is going to fall. Somebody good is going to fall.
So.
And so like, that's why these things like Graves and stuff hasn't like been on top of mind, because I'm like, I'm not going to care about taking Allen Graves a couple picks higher than he would need to be, because somebody good is going to fall.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if, like, I haven't been on Twitter, so I don't know if any of these picks have been traded. Do you know if any of them have?
I haven't seen anything about any of them been traded. There was just the rumor that the Warriors and the Hawks have been discussing whether to use their picks for Trey Murphy. So unless the Warriors right now make a trade for Trey Murphy, which would help them, which would be good.
Jake Fisher just said the Warriors are fielding offers for the number 11 pick.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're trying to avoid the 2 timelines thing. I guess they'll be looking for players like older, like role players or something.
I would
this
think
pick is not that valuable, I don't think. I think most of the guys you're going to be getting here are kind of role playery type players or risky high upside guys.
But the Pelicans want to get into this, it said. They want to get into this first round. And so it could be a Trey Murphy deal here, which I think is a great move for the Golden State Warriors.
That would be amazing. They need a new Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
But he would fit into that kind of offense as well, I think.
Yeah.
Just his shooting would be so valuable for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And his length and athleticism.
He can fit into a bunch of different lineups. It's not like they'd have to give up on one of their younger players.
And he has been playing in hell in New Orleans. Every player escapes and does better, for the most part, right? So who knows? Maybe there's another jump in him if he gets it.
Yeah.
They're in such an interesting position because they're just so screwed with the Jimmy Butler situation. And
That is
like,
so disappointing. I wanted to see that team.
I know.
I felt that would have been exciting. They could have thrown a monkey wrench into a couple of different situations there. They were really good with him. So So they're showing Yaxel Landeberg. He could also fall to the Raptors. Would you be okay with taking Landeberg?
Yep.
Even though he is doubling down on,
even though he's basically Scotty's age.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like doubling, tripling down. It's like you've got Scotty, CMB, and Yaxel, but it's like, the bench improves.
I think so. They need a replacement for. I mean, he would probably replace and be better than Mamu, I think, but the fit is not ideal. But maybe it's just he's too good to pass up.
And if you pass on him, then the Spurs would just take him, and then they'd get better.
I don't even want to think about the Spurs.
That's what I hate. I hate being in between the Hornets and the Spurs because I know the Hornets are going to take somebody I like, and then whatever we don't get, the Spurs might just hit
scoop them
big.
up. Yeah.
It's like I'm always going to think about that. It is so cruel that we are there at 19 and then a finals team is right behind us and then the Pistons who won 60 games is right behind them. It's like, that's our range.
I know. I wonder if like Dalen Swain is being considered at any of these picks.
Yeah.
Because like I have him as a guy, he's one of the last guys on the board, I think, that has like a case for being a number one, like a star type player on the wing.
Yeah.
And has a decent shot of doing that.
Yeah.
It seems like those kinds of guys don't go, last into the late teens. So I'm interested to see if anybody takes a gamble on Dalen Swain before the Raptors are set to pick.
I think Chicago or Memphis should.
Yeah.
If I were them, I would. But man, it'd be nice if he slipped to us because I'd sprint to the podium for that. That's your RJ replacement right there.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the hunt for somebody. I'm sure if they could get somebody who's give you approaching what RJ does, you'd be more amenable to trading him. Okay, so the pick is in. The Warriors. Yep, Landeberg. Okay, I think they might keep the pick.
Yeah, I think so. That's what they seem to just be kind of doing is grabbing their picks, not doing anything too crazy.
That indicates to me that I think that they're keeping the pick.
Yeah.
I don't think Yaxel is BPA there, but they have been attached to him for so long.
Yeah.
That I think that they looked for people who were willing to offer them something for the pick. They didn't see anything they liked, and then they just said, okay, we're going to pick Yax.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't like the NIL money has changed the strategy for players coming out in the draft. We've discussed that a little bit. They're more likely to stay in school for longer if they're good.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can expect this guy, oh, he's a senior. He's just beating up on younger kids. He doesn't have a high, he's not going to do anything in the league is what I'm trying to say. But he has a lot of tools. He's, I think he has a pretty high bust chance.
Yeah.
But I think that if things pan out and things are real, if he shows that he can play a similar style and be successful, like he has to show that it's replicable, but I think he could do it. I'm really interested to see, like, because he's the test case, right? The NIL guy who stayed in school.
Yeah.
Also, the Warriors are an interesting landing spot for him because they need a larger player, and they selected him probably because he is the most NBA ready player at that pick, that you can just plug him into a lineup and he'll probably be pretty good. So I don't know.
It's very Warriors-y, like, because they get these guys, but they've been getting more of these guys out of kind of the second round, and getting production out of them. So replacing those guys with a guy like Yax, who has a lot better tools and is just a simply better player. I think it could be the difference of, several wins for them. Is that enough to actually compete in the West? Still no. With their dead cap of Jimmy and all that situation, they're not competing right now. So it's like, this is a help right now pick, but not a building for the future pick.
Low ceiling, high floor move.
Yeah. But it's not like you got a guy who it's like, well, when the Steph Curry's era is over, we give the team to him.
No, exactly. That's the thing, is that you go and get like Dalen Swain, and you could say, like, listen, we're going to groom a guy who has a high offensive ceiling, who plays in the backcourt. And when Curry's gone, you pass the mantle over to this guy, and maybe he can be carry the torch for your team.
Yeah.
This is a kind of like building for now move.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, you take this guy who's older, had a lot of success in college, because you think that you need a center / forward / big body you can play. Because that was the biggest thing. Raptors always kicked the Warriors' ass because Scotty Barnes looked like Hakeem Olajuwon against them.
Yeah.
And I loved that. Was one of the most satisfying wins of the season, because Draymond was going friggin' nuts. Like, he was like hitting shots and talking smack.
Yeah.
And then, look who Scotty big dogged him, got like something like 20 something rebounds or something.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
He got 20.
But they need a guy who can rebound, who can play with his body and do that kind of stuff. So it is definitely a good fit.
Yeah. I think him and Draymond are going to be very annoying together. Because like, he's a personality, and
he's kind of a strange guy almost.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what the dynamic is on that team. Obviously there's big person, like Jimmy Butler is one of the biggest personalities in the league. Draymond, obviously big personality. I'm always worried about Jimmy Butler teams that things are going to explode, and they didn't. Like, it seemed like it did kind of work with Dre. Like, maybe they get along in some crazy way, but I don't think this is a huge needle mover for me. I don't like it at 12.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
11.
Is it 11?
It was 11.
All right.
Now, okay, see here, I do think they take Mara and get there.
Yeah.
Because
they have everything.
Exactly. They've got some decisions to make and stuff like that. But take BPA, take the 7'3" guy, because you're going to be facing Wemby constantly. Have another weapon to put against him. Otherwise, they've got another.
He's another skinny guy, though. Like, the thing is that it works well with Chet and what's his face, Hartenstein.
Yeah,
is because Hartenstein is he's got some heft to him. He can push people around. Mara's also. I don't think that he will necessarily finish his career as a skinny guy, but right now, if they're looking to compete and actually pay him major minutes, he's gonna probably not be a physical specimen, at least in his first 5 years in the league, in my opinion.
But They could be thinking more long term and thinking because they've.
I
Still
bet
got
they take
Sorber,
Dalen
their-
Swain here.
That
That's
would
what I'm
be
getting.
a pretty damn
Okay,
good
let's
pick.
see. Adaimara.
Okay.
You were right. Okay. He
I
is
think
a
Swain would have been a fast pick, but yeah, it's like they've got Sorber in
Adaimara.
the pipeline. They've got these guys. They're still waiting to play. They've got 2 rookies that haven't even touched the court yet, right? So
He's a real C.
Mhm.
Like he has legit size for position.
Yeah.
He actually knows what he's doing
Mhm.
defensively. A lot of centers have no clue what they're up to.
Yeah.
He protects the basket. He's like, I think he was the leader in blocks this season, I
so.
believe. He is not a good offensive player. I doubt he'll ever be a plus like ORPM guy. Like he'll never have good offensive stats because he can't shoot.
Right.
He plays close to the basket, but he can pass. I don't think he'll be a total negative. I think he'll be just like a net zero offensive player. But he is a guy, if he reaches his ceiling, is going to be like an elite defender.
Yeah.
Huge size, very long arms, knows how to play, and is just like a very good, defensive role player.
Yeah, which is what they like. They have so many guys that they just kind of are grabbing archetypes and filling in different roles and role players, right? So if he doesn't become a guy that plays 30 minutes a night for you, that's fine. They've got a wealth of guys. They're going to have Sorber come in. If he is recovered, hopefully he's recovered from Moses ACL, and then be a long, rangy defender in the same way, right? So
yeah, they are not starved for options. I think, I'm interested to see, because I think that they can use him in their offense because he is so like he's a really good screen setter. Like his screens are too light. That's the problem with him. But you can run the offense a little bit through him. He's good at big to big passes. Like obviously Yaxel Landenberg demands touches. Like he was best offensive college player in the league, right?
Yeah.
He was like unbelievable. So obviously you want to have a guy who passes the ball to that dude. And Mara was very good at that.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
a great
really
playmaker.
good. He was really good big to big passing, but he could find guys on the perimeter, and then he can finish plays he's got good touch. He's got the kind of, floppy arms that can kind of just, drop it in Jokic style. So,
and the Michigan guys go 9, 11, and 12.
There you go. Never
That's
forget.
cool.
Okay. Adaimara. Yeah. His
third
parents
reigning
are
champion to have
big.
3 lottery picks since the lottery began.
There you go. I mean, these guys are riding the ultimate high back to back, like as a squad, kind of winning it all. And then you're sitting, fielding questions in the lottery portion of the NBA draft. That's huge, right?
Yeah. Now, Bucks are on the clock with their newly acquired pick. So they could just take Amen here.
There you go.
Right? So if
I didn't even think about that. That's so true.
I mean, it's very fresh, right? The trade and everything. But they can still get their upside swing. They can get.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's brilliant then. Good for them.
Yeah. And then they've got this guard duo of Burries and Ryan Rollins, and then Tyler Hero.
I don't know how good a fit that is.
I know they might. There's still a chance they move them to like Detroit or something for pieces, right? Which would work for both of them. But Tyler is from Milwaukee or wherever he's from, so they might like that.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of guys that, it's going to be like a crucible, because like Rollins kind of emerged from nowhere, right? Because he was given the reins in a very uncrowded backcourt, and then he kind of made a name for himself. And like they've got what's his face there, the not so nice guy, but he's good.
Yeah,
he was kind of psychotic. What's his name?
Porter Jr.
allegedly. Yeah, Porter
Yeah.
Jr. The bad
Bad
one.
guy. Bad guy.
He has been good for them as well. So
yeah, he
it's
was.
like
Yeah.
they have competition there,
Mhm.
but you got to take good players. Like it's not like you're in a position where you should be casting aside a player who has a lot of upside because you have Ryan Rollins and Porter Jr.
Yeah.
You got to be
Yeah.
taking the best pick, the best players. So, Ament or
Yeah.
Ament is going probably, as you said, he's still on the board. Well, the Toronto Raptors, they're coming up soon. 19. So I think that there's a chance that do you think Steinbach goes like soonish?
I think Charlotte takes him with one of their picks.
He has a big range, right? Like I've seen him in the 20s, but then I see people like I know Vesely, I know Ben, who we had on the program. They were pretty high on him. So like I'm assuming that the the teams are on a similar wavelength, but I would like to have Steinbach. I think would be a good fit on the Toronto Raptors because I think that he's got a lot of size.
Yep, and he can shoot.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know how.
He's going to be an NBA level 3-point shooter. I know he did shoot threes.
I think low volume. I think he can. I think he can be a guy who can step out. Maybe take 1.5 a game kind of deal. But he's not going to be a real big man shooter, I don't think. But as a fluid moving, rim running, rebounding demon kind of guy, like rim running, but like not in the same way of vertical pop, but
he looks like he's got like I think he can play center.
Yeah.
Like the defense I don't know about, but like the Toronto Raptors, they've got some guys who can play defense. He's big. Like he looks like Gronkowski. He looks like Gronk, like different sport, of course.
Yeah.
But just like the huge frame.
Yeah.
And the size and the like how fast he is, like how quick footed he is.
For sure.
He just looks like a guy who's going to be able, he has an NBA body and he has a good motor. Like I think he'd be, a useful player for the Toronto Raptors.
Oh yeah. I like him a lot. Next to CMB.
Yeah, I could definitely see that CMB picking up the tougher assignment, especially if it's on the perimeter.
Yeah. See, I see Hannes going to the Hornets. I think an excellent draft for the Hornets would be to take Cameron Carr with maybe their first one and take at 18 take Hannes. That would be a pretty damn good draft for them. But as all these guys are ticking off the board, I'm getting more and more excited because I just want Phylon to fall to the Raptors because I'm a huge
Phylon I know. Is it that is the kind of the story.
Yeah.
Is that his fall has been insane.
Because he's small, like he's light. He weighed in under 180, and the hit rate for guys under 180 is not high. It is, you've got like Trae Young, Ja Morant didn't measure, but he would have been.
Was Chris Paul?
No, he was heavier than that.
He was heavier than that. Okay.
Yeah, there's not many. Like the list is like under 5 guys of guys who were actually turned into real guys.
Was picked by the Heat.
There you go.
So
by the
we all know, yes,
yeah,
the trade between the Heat and the Bucks,
for
Giannis Antetokounmpo. So they got to have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah,
I think the BPA, and then this is like a decent range for Ament. Yeah. He is a risky player.
Yeah. I think that's gives them I think they did the right thing where they take somebody who's a bit more of a sure thing, a nice two-way guard, who, look, they had Drew Holiday for a minute. They really like
Mhm.
that kind of two-way guard. I see Burries kind of hopefully becoming something like that one day, right?
Yeah.
Steve Nash apparently 179 at the draft. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So that's a good callback. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, and they get their sure thing and they get their swing. And I think that's a pretty nice way to start a rebuild when you look at it. When you look at they've got now Burries, Ament, Kalau Ware,
Right.
Rollins is
Where
still young. They've got some pieces. I think they did okay in the Giannis deal. It would have been
I
better if
think
they
so.
did it
Yeah.
sooner, but yeah.
But like as they're showing right now, like his ball handling ability at his size, that's
Mhm.
where the juice is,
Yeah.
right? It's that we were just talking about triple J, excuse me, double J, Jalen Johnson on the Hawks, and he is that kind of player, a guy who is like, look at that. It's hard not to sort of see the comparison between the two players. Large, can handle the ball, can step out, at least shoot the shots. That is how the new NBA works, is that you want a guy in your front court or on the wing, like one of your forwards, basically,
Mhm.
to be able to handle the ball at a high level.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I feel like you're a little tapped out. Like I know that the Knicks just showed that you could win a championship while having your 1A guy be a small guard and then not having a ton of creation in the front court. So they kind of zagged, but the rest of the league is definitely about that idea, which is having a forward who can handle the ball and be a playmaker in your front court. Like that is a huge portion of the new school NBA thought, is having those types of players. So this makes sense. Their record in the draft has been horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have picked a ton of busts. So like
'Cause
this
they
guy
didn't
is a similar kind of bust to a lot of the
Yeah.
guys that they've been intrigued with in the past.
But at least it makes sense with their timeline. I don't know why they
Yeah.
took AJ Johnson when they were on a win now timeline. I don't know why they
Yeah.
took Tyler Smith. Now he was a second round pick, but an early one.
Same idea though, right? Like
Exactly.
this
Where
guy
they're
has a
like,
lot of upside, but
yeah.
is just
And then they don't hit
maybe
that
not.
upside at all. They took Marshawn Beauchamp, who was a bit of an older thing, and that just turned nothing. Like that
No.
they did that for vibes because he was like from the state. Like it yeah, they have been pretty bad at drafting. Hopefully for their sake and their fans, because they're recovering from losing their, you know, I don't know if you'd
Mhm.
say all-time great because the history, but certainly the greatest of the modern era. So I mean, their fans deserve some good young guys to root for. But selfishly, as another Eastern Conference team, yeah, hopefully they suck for a while.
Yeah, I'm not excited. Like, I think the picks are fine, and I think that
Yeah.
they did a good job of like kind of getting what they wanted out of the draft, and like
Mhm.
having a bunch of like that. Everybody was saying they're going to draft this guy, and then they went and they got a pick for and got him. It kind of worked seamlessly. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if the reporting, like the cart came before the horse. Like maybe this has been on the table for a while, and they were looking at Ament. And the reason they were looking at him is because they had that pick, right? And they
Yep.
said, like, well, we can do these two things. So,
Yeah, I believe there was reporting very recently, like right before they started saying, "Oh, sure thing, sure thing." They were like, they are moving as if they have. Like, if you look at the interviews that they're doing, they're moving as if they have the Heat's pick. Like that's
yeah,
why people were pretty sure because they were like, they're interviewing multiple guys. They're interviewing guys that are a bit outside of that.
range. Yeah,
Yeah,
the top part
exactly.
of this. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that a lot of the top players that we expected, like, the draft has gone very rote. Like, this
Yep.
is not unexpected. There's been no
No
reach,
shocker.
in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Like the
For sure.
reaches have been there. There's been some reaches. I think Yaxel Landeberg,
Mhm.
bit of a reach, but it's like one of those reaches where it's like ahead of, like, first of all, he was the best player in the country in college. So it's not crazy for him to go there,
Yeah.
but like I don't have him as one of my top 15 players, but I think he could be. Like, everything looks fine, is what I'm trying to say. Everything looks like it should.
Yeah. Charlotte
Man. Amen to Amen. Like, he looks young, man. Like, he is crazy young looking.
Yeah,
the pick is in for the Hornets.
The stupidness that they have to wear the other team's hat is so funny.
I know. But it makes sense.
Also, I like this year's draft caps. The little bedazzled logo and
Steinbach.
I think they would go
Steinbach.
I think they would go Carr at this pick, and then Steinbach with their 18th.
That is a bit of a reach. Carr.
Yeah,
he has some question marks. Like, I liked him at 19 for the rest. Okay, pick is in.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
okay. They're just announcing.
Yeah. They always do the old news.
Yeah.
Steinbach.
Okay.
Okay, you should have stuck
right.
with your prediction.
Yeah, you're right about the timing though. They clearly were worried about him going sooner. Don't let him get to OKC's second pick there. I guess that makes a lot of sense. He makes a lot of sense for them.
Well, they need size.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've got Moussa Diabate, who's good. They've got some, like, they don't have they need more guys who can set screens, run to the rim, finish. They've got guys who can shoot. They've got guys who can handle the ball. They've got a playmaking / scoring forward.
They've got Kalkbrenner,
but I mean, Kalkbrenner is I don't know how high I am on Kalkbrenner.
Mm-hmm.
And
good for a second round pick, but
exactly. But like, maybe more of a what's his name, who played for the Spurs this season, like backup big.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
right. Guy with size. Yeah, pretty good, but not amazing.
Yeah, he's going to be fun in the exciting offense of the Hornets.
Absolutely.
You know,
they like to get up. They like to run. He can run on the floor. He can handle the ball a little bit. He's not a stiff. He's a guy who has a good motor.
Yeah.
He's a guy who can set screens, big body, so he can set
excellent
nice
rebounder. So LaMelo can take every silly 1-footer 3-pointer he wants, and this guy will come down with the rebound.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
very high floor.
Exactly.
Very high floor. This guy is going to be in the NBA, in my opinion.
He was mocked to them in both draft positions multiple times. So, again, this is like very much a chalk pick.
I didn't know that. His dad was on the same was on the German national team next to Dirk. That's cool.
Burkhard Steinbeck. What a name. Burkhard Steinbeck.
Burkhard. Yeah. But yeah, this guy has, if you look at the highlights of him, like that boxy frame where you look kind of like you're a football player almost.
Yeah. Like if you watch Jakob Pertl's Utah college film, it's similar but without the passing. But it's similar with good straight line speed. And like, I don't know, just
Yak always had more like center looking mobility where you're like, he was a legit 7'1" with like the kind of really long arms where you're like, okay, this guy is going to be a center.
Yeah.
Steinbach is more like a forward center.
Yep.
In a good way. Like, he's more mobile, like he's faster and can get up and down the court a little bit better and more fluidly. And he has that, like, a lot of the time, the forward-ish capability of putting the ball on the floor.
Yeah. Where
if you catch it at the, a free throw line or something like that, it's a dump in. but you're at the free throw line. You got to make it's not an easy assist in that you're not just finishing the play. You got to actually make a little bit of a play yourself in order to finish there. He has that kind of game
for sure,
where you can let him cook a little bit. Whereas Yak was more of a kind of screen and roll, catch the ball and finish or put up a floater kind of thing. But I get the comparison.
Yak kind of has developed that, like, he can cook for 1 or 2 seconds and get his floater up. Like he has that now where it's like it doesn't have to just be immediately put it up. But like, you know, there's it's easy because of the German thing, but there's some Hartenstein and Steinbeck, maybe a little less defensively inclined as Hartenstein. But either way, fun pick for them.
Yeah, a lot of people a lot of it comes down to possessions, and he's really good at getting those. And I mean, the Raptors have had a rebounding issue for a long time, and they're going to need some help there. I don't know if they're going to get it in this draft, but they're going to be looking for some, like even Mamu. Like I remember, he's probably not coming back. That's the what I'm getting, the kind of tea leaves I'm reading at least. But his issue was that he was playing center for the Toronto Raptors, and his rebounding really fell off. Like when his minutes were expanded, I expected him to be like close to a 10 rebound per 36-minute guy, and he just was not that. So I'm interested because I know that a lot of the rumors that are going around is that the Toronto Raptors are looking for a guy who can do that kind of thing, who can get on the boards and create possessions. So there was a guy that I was happy with taking off the board.
And I've seen like names being floated like, oh, the Raptors like Tyrese Reed Jr. I like Tyrese Reed Jr. Not at 19. So unless there's a trade happening, like, you know, if you can take, like if you put 19 in Pirtle and you get yourself Brooklyn's 28 or something like that, and you take Tyrese Reed Jr., fine. You walk away, you've cleared the Jakob problem, and you've gotten yourself a center. That's an okay outcome for the draft. I'd probably still be wishing to take a Swain or a guard or something like that. But you know, I just really don't want to trade the picks. I really hope they don't do anything dumb.
No,
they're only 4 picks away, so.
Yeah, so Steinbach to the Hornets. Most of are you having trouble loading like the lottery websites? I think a lot of people are trying to, like I wanted to go on Tankathon just to look at the live, like I'm also on the Athletic trying to find the live draft results and like who's still on the board. Yeah. But all of these are just so buggy.
The Tankathon one is laggy right now, but yeah, if you go to their like mock, it's like updating live, which is nice. My dog is fussing. I'm gonna leave you for a second to take care of that.
Yeah,
I'll be
no
right
doubt.
back.
Yeah,
Phylon is 4 picks away. Exactly.
The
Josh, I know.
Phylon,
okay.
I'd be really happy with Phylon. I know that there's like
over the moon.
There's some issues with him in terms of tools. Like there's no doubt about that. Is that he has a slight frame. He is I think his athleticism offensively is great. I think that he can create. I think that he's going to be a guy who has a really good first step. He can put people on skates and, you know, pull up and shoot. He's got a lot of like really good characteristics for a guy. Okay, here the pick is in. So let's see. I missed it. Dalen Swain. Okay, unfortunate. Dalen Swain is one of the guys that I wanted. But Phylon is still on the board. Dalen Swain, I think, has one of the highest upsides in the draft. He can handle the ball. He's large. He can handle with both hands. He's very crafty in the lane. I kind of compared him, honestly, to RJ Barrett because he has good sense with the ball. He's a large guard. He's got wiggle. He's got, craft in the lane, which is good for a player as young as he is. I think there's some question marks, again, kind of like RJ, about his defense. But a lot of the guys that are drafted like at 15 don't have, like, he looks like, gosh, what was the comparison that I had? Paul George, like, I don't want to say Paul George because Paul George is a bigger player, but like that kind of guy, like a guy who's has size that can handle the ball. He looks like a hooper is what I'm trying to say. He looks like a basketball player. He can handle the ball. He can drive. He can make plays for his teammates. That's another good thing that he's good at. I think his upside's super high. I was hoping that he would fall to the Raps and they'd be able to take him. I don't know. I like him a lot as a player, and I think that's a really good pick for the Bulls. So, yeah. Well, there goes that. What was that from? Oh God, Barry Keoghan. Well, there goes that dream. There goes that dream. Dalen Swain, Toronto Raptor. It's not going to be, but still very much up in the air for Phylon. Unfortunately for Phylon, if he sucks defensively, which he probably will, Phylon the pylon. I mean, come on. That is about as easy as it gets. So now the Grizzlies are on the board. So yeah, Dalen Swain was picked.
Ooh, good pick.
I know.
Good pick for them.
For the Bulls, yeah.
That's nice. Grizzlies are on the board again. Okay. Mm-hmm. So they already took Boozer, right?
Yeah. He fell to the Grizzlies. Now, okay, let's think about the Grizzlies. I mean, they're obviously trying to get off Ja Morant, but they do have some young guys in the backcourt that can play. I think the board is pretty open for them. I think they could take whoever they want to. They could use some size. I think that's true about most teams.
Yeah. They could take Kareem Lopez. I don't really know where Lopez is
he is another guy with a lot of like range in terms of where I've seen him placed.
Yeah.
They do have an international kind of roster in Memphis.
Yeah.
Santi Aldama, who might be on the way out.
Right.
They have some guys like Marcus All, obviously. Canadian. Yeah. They're not afraid to make those international picks, so I could definitely see Kareem Lopez going to them.
Yeah.
He's like New Zealand? My stupid thing doesn't
work.
Yeah,
he's
like
New
Mexican
Zealander.
or something.
He's a Mexican New Zealander or something or that.
That's great.
Yeah.
I don't think that happens very often. Mexican New Zealanders. I'm just going to go to the bathroom really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, so they've got chances to take Cameron Carr, Christian Anderson, Kareem Lopez, Bennett Sturts, Corey. A lot of options for them here. I would think that, he is Mexican, but he played for the New Zealand Breakers, which I think is probably why he's thinking New Zealand. He spent time in New Zealand, but he's just Mexican. Cameron Carr is a pretty interesting option for the Grizzlies here. I could totally see him going. This is about the range where I've expected him to go. I'm obviously hoping that they don't steal a guard. I just Googled it. It says he has New Zealand citizenship. There you go. So not wrong about that after all. Let's check check to see if there's any trade rumors around here, because I'm pretty surprised at this point that there hasn't been really any significant trade rumors or trade movement, because they always tease that there's going to be trades and then there's pretty much never trades.
All right, the pick is in. No Phylon. Could they even use Phylon? I mean, smaller guard.
They could, but I could see them
insulate him.
I could see them going Carr. They could use a two-way type wing, shooting upside.
It feels like they've got the kind of role player bases covered. Like I
Mhm.
know Cedric Coward still has some like star upside there, but they've got a lot of guys who can be a good starter, like as their upside. But I feel like they don't have a guy who's going to just sort of drive the bus.
Yeah.
I mean, Phylon would
Exactly.
definitely be that kind of guy. So
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, but it would make sense for them. It would really signal that they're ready to move on from Jaw.
Oh yeah,
Which there's just no market for Jaw. Like I think they're ready, but nobody cares. Like
I think they'll just sit him. I think they'll just do like here we go. Sturts. Okay, but don't they already have a Bennett Sturts clone on their team?
Trade. Who's saying trade?
Wow, that is very high for Sturts. Although, this is like I've been kind of
it's the range, right?
Mock drafts, yeah. It's kind of in the range, but like don't they already have Cam Spencer? Like sort of obviously I think Sturts is better.
Sturts is better.
But like same kind of guy.
I mean, I think he's a guy who can run your offense. Like he played 40 minutes a game. He's handled the high.
If that's going to happen, I'm kind of a little lower on Sturts than some of the other people. I need to be able to see him deal with NBA.
Oh, Bennett to OKC. So the pick was traded to the Thunder. The Thunder moved up.
Sturts is on the way to OKC.
They're trading number 16 pick to Bennett Sturts for 2 second-round picks.
Yeah, they're just doing the thing where they spin their. They don't need more young players. What they need is.
How do you get number 16 for 2 seconds?
This is where the other.
Why does everybody give OKC stuff for free? Is that for serious?
No, it's the other way around, isn't it?
Memphis is trading 16 to OKC for 2 seconds.
Oh.
How the hell do you get that? Why is everybody a farm for OKC? There's got to be something else in this. I'm going to crash out. They get everything free.
Well, I just don't understand.
Yo, what?
What about their other... What about what's his Topic? Is he...
I mean, he has another medical problem again. Like he's unfortunately keep suffering
what
medical
does he have?
stuff.
I know he had testicular cancer.
He just had like a back injury or something as well. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe he's available. Topic. I liked him, but like, yeah, 2 seconds. That's pretty crazy.
I would have spent 2 seconds to get 16.
I'm gonna have to see the. But OKC's on the board now.
Yeah, if they take someone at 16 and 17.
What's happening?
Why did they do that?
Why do they have another young player on their team that needs minutes?
I mean, they were clearing out guys that
just not going to be back probably. Right? Do you know who I want to get? I want to get Williams.
The other Jalen Williams or regular Jalen Williams?
I want to get the big Jalen Williams. He was awesome in the playoffs. If you watched him, he was really good, and he can shoot, and he's kind of like got the dog kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think he'd be a cool player for the Toronto Raptors.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Bennett Sturts on. Yeah, I guess they're like, maybe the Toronto Raptors should try and go get Topic.
I mean,
he's a large guard.
Yep.
There's really no. He hasn't shown it. He hasn't shown anything good or bad.
Yeah.
In the NBA.
So he might be cheap, right? Because they've got McCain. They've now got Sturts. Whoever they're going to take at 17. I would assume they take a big at 17, but like, or maybe they're going to flip 17 for something.
Well, that would make it seem like they must have really wanted Sturts.
Yeah.
They must have.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you just take him here?
we are a few picks away from the Raptors pick,
I know.
and I think my board is almost entirely like Sturts was like 5th on my board for the Raptors, but like otherwise, I think I've got it. Phylon, Anderson, Corey, Quaintance, and
Yeah,
then
I could see
Sturts.
them going with the Corey.
Yeah. But Cameron Carr is still available.
He's
Kareem
less
Lopez is
risky.
still available.
He's less risky. Anderson, I think, is also less risky, but he's more slanted towards offense. And I don't know if the Raptors are the team. Like, he would fit, I think, perfectly on the Raptors in terms of fit for a guard.
Yeah.
He is a little smaller. I don't know if you could play him with Shed, but
yeah.
Maybe you should not be factoring Shed into your first round pick selection.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grizzlies receive 17th overall pick and 2 second-round picks.
Thunder so they just moved up.
Okay.
So they moved up at the cost of 2 seconds. That
so
makes
they must
sense.
not have. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay.
They must not have felt like he was going to be there.
Yeah.
Pick.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They don't need the extra second-round draft capital. Like, this makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Who is on the screen right now?
Phylon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a burst blood vessel in his eye.
That's Cameron Carr.
Oh, Cameron Carr. Because I'm a second behind. Yeah, that's Cameron Carr.
Okay.
Pick is in.
I remember being high on Cameron Carr when he was in the 20s because I'm like, this guy has like off-ball scoring potential.
Yeah.
But he's missing a lot of, like, he reminds me a little of Jacoby.
Yeah.
But
I think a bit more athletic.
Athletic, more of a large wing, like a small forward than a shooting guard.
But I think he's a good for them. I think he's a good like Isaiah Joe replacement.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is the other pick.
Oh, right. This is
Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are going to be picking this here.
Yeah.
So Phylon again, like this is what we were saying that they were going to pick or what we thought they'd pick because he can score, right? And they need some guys who can.
Yeah.
So that made more sense. I'm like, Bennett Sturts? They already got like the other Bennett Sturts.
I'm just glad that they didn't fleece that for 2 seconds. I was so upset.
Yeah. I didn't quite understand what was happening, as you could tell, because I was just talking gibberish after that.
Because when they got McCain when they like stole McCain,
that
was why does everyone keep giving them stuff?
Okay, so the pick is in. This is obviously the Grizzlies pick, not the Thunder's pick. Well, they're showing LeBaron on the screen.
Yeah.
Did he just say Raptors?
What?
It looked like when he was on the screen, he said the Raptors. It looked like LeBaron Phylon said the Raptors. Corey. Okay. For the
cool pick for them.
For the Grizzlies, of course.
Oh,
he's a safer pick than Phylon, for sure.
Just one more. And then I need Bobby to lock in. Corey's a cool pick. I would have liked him if, that's who he went with. Cool choice for them.
Yeah, Ibuka, he's like he's a well-rounded guard-sized guard. Like, he's not the smallest. He's also just kind of like he can score.
Yeah.
Like, I liked him as a prospect. He just was never the top guy that I had on my board.
Yeah. But he was used to being the guy in Stanford. So it's going to be cool that he's got that opportunity in Memphis to have a lot of ball handling opportunities. He's a great downhill driver. He's going to be a fun player with them. Like, so they got Boozer and a Corey and some seconds. Pretty good first round.
I think so. They also need guys who can shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the big thing. You got a guy like Boozer
Yeah.
You're going to run screen and rolls with him, but he is going to be the guy handling the ball.
Yep.
And what do you need? It's the same. It's the Jokic formula.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a guy who's going to be handling the ball as a big and setting screens, you need a guy who can shoot the ball so that they can play off of him a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good, they're going to have a lot of guys who they can play next to, alongside Boozer.
Yeah.
And kind of see who works best with him. You have to have a guy who's good at running the pick and roll, who can shoot. And in that context, I think that's a good, maybe Christian Anderson would have been good there for them too. LeBaron Philon. I don't know, man. This is a really good draft. People should keep that in mind. There are a lot of guys in this draft, especially guards in this section of the draft. It is as you can tell, we're talking about guards. A lot of them are in this draft, especially with Steinbach off the board and Mara off the board. It is this is guard central. Carr is a wing kind of, but everybody else in this range is are you interested in taking Chris Sinak? Not really.
No.
Are you interested in taking Alan Graves? Not I understand it, but I think they just need to go for a guard here. Christian Anderson, I'd be okay with. Philon, I would be okay with.
Yeah, I'd be over the moon with Philon. I really hope that Charlotte
they need
comes
a plus
through.
Offensive player.
Yes, exactly. And I think in a guy like Philon, definitely, because I have him a tier or so above Anderson, but Philon and Anderson both have potential to be your PG1 kind of going forward. If you are to move off of quickly, they've got a lot more offensive juice than Shed. So you add a dynamic that you don't have. And I really hope that my prediction for Charlotte comes through and they take Carr here and it gives us the option.
I don't think they're going to go for Philon. I think they've
got LaMelo. They've got
LaMelo Ball to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say driving the car, but you don't want him doing that. But
he's a great driver. No.
Carr is a guy who he's the thing about having on-ball guys is that you can only have so many of them. You can have a couple of them on the same team, but you can only have so many.
Yeah.
Con Knippel is a guy who can play on and off the ball. I feel like you're right with Carr. You want a guy who can just fill the large, the small forward role kind of.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Maybe a guy who can play off the bench. Maybe you can play him alongside your top three guys on the wing. You can slot him in and out of lineups. It makes more sense than taking a Christian Anderson, who would be forced to be in a backup role, at least for the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
And for the foreseeable future, for them at least, they have no plans of moving off of LaMelo. Unless the injury stuff catches up to them or they continue to suck, in which case he's going to ask for a trade. But I don't see that, they should not be planning for that, is what I think. They should be planning for it to work out. So I think in that sense, Cameron Carr would definitely make a lot of sense for them. They could go take a big.
As Break Lab says, Lopez, Graves, those are all better options for them than a guard, because they still have what's his name? Trey Mann as a backup. They've got, they also want to keep.
I don't know how high I am on Trey Mann. They could use
but Kobe White, they're trying to keep, right?
Right. That's true. Kobe White is,
who is awesome in the play-in. So, they don't need, stay away from our guards. You don't need them.
No,
take Carr. Don't. Just take Carr. Take Carr. Take Graves.
A wing, a big.
Yeah.
But they're kind of in a rock. They were the ones who took Hannes. Steinbach. So they've got a big squared away. So they're probably looking for a wing here.
Yeah.
Although I suppose they could take a guard and just play him as a backup.
Yeah. I thought
seems like a waste of a pick for them. They might even trade this pick. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the pick is in. Okay, it's not quite in yet. He's not on the. So this is it. This is right before the Toronto Raptors pick. Oh, guys, I am getting pumped here. Okay, here we go. Christian Anderson. Okay,
Christian
so
Anderson.
with the guard. I like Christian Anderson. He's off the board.
Phylon,
now we got
home, baby.
Phylon.
Lock
He's
in,
there.
Bobby. Labaranto. Oh, it's crazy that they went guard, but not our guard. Come on, Phylon.
Okay, I mean, like, this was people were talking about this. LeBaron Phylon falling, and he did say it looked like he said Raptors.
He said that? That'd be crazy.
I saw him on camera, and he went like this.
And wasn't he wearing? Somebody said he was wearing a chain that had the 6 on it or something.
Okay, so there we go. Christian Anderson, I liked him a lot. I think a lot of people had him going to the Raptors. He was the Toronto Raptors draft pick on Tankathon for a very long time. He was right in that range. As we mentioned, we talked to Ben Pfeiffer the other day, last week, in fact, and he really liked that fit for the Raptors if he was available there because he can run the pick and roll. He's a really good shooter.
One of the best in the draft,
yeah.
The shooting of him, Colin, LaMelo, and
it's gonna be cool.
What's his name? Their forward there.
Oh yeah, Miller.
Yeah. Oh, they're a fun team.
They are a very fun team, and he is a good player. Like, they're just kind of checking the boxes here. Like, of course, we were talking about how they don't need a point guard, but it makes sense in the idea that you can always use more shooters. You can always use more size, right? What did they do? They went out, they got some size, and they got some shooters.
Yeah.
And maybe if LaMelo, like, he's not a good defender, but he is not small, so maybe you can run them together. I'm not exactly sure, but obviously Kobe White.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're going to do there.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know if I love the fit for Christian Anderson. I think he would have been better for him to land on a different team.
Oh yeah, they got the German teammates, Hannes and Christian.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He did really well for them in the what's it called? Germany
FIBA U19. Yeah,
the silver. I think they only lost to the US. So
Raptors on the clock, and we're taking our time. Oh my gosh.
This is
Bobby could just do the craziest thing here and break my heart, but there's so many.
I don't know what
good options.
Phylon would be my pick.
Yeah,
I tweeted that. I think they need a scorer. They need scoring, but they've never seemed to buy into that kind of thing.
I know.
Even like Grady, you could say he's obviously picked for offense, but he's not. He's a role player, right?
Yeah.
Phylon is a guy who looks like he has star upside.
Yeah.
Because he can create with the ball in his hands, and he's got moves. He's got skill. Yes, physical profile, not great.
Yeah.
Guys who are small, as you mentioned, and thin.
Trade alert.
A really good, but reported trade. Grizzlies receives 21st overall pick.
And 3 seconds.
3 seconds for Okori.
Okay, so the Pistons got Okori. I thought that
remember
Okori would have been a good pick for them.
Remember we were talking about like they've got a lot of guys in their backcourt. So I guess they just felt like they were, they found out who the Pistons wanted and then just kind of extorted them, basically. Interesting.
So the Grizzlies traded back from 16 all the way to 21 at this point for seconds.
Yeah.
I would crash out, but good for them.
Man, I hope they stay on the board here. Okay, so if it's not LeBaron, who do you want number 2? Who's your second pick here?
Number 2. Oh, come on. He looks excited. My number 2 that we've got left. I don't think Carr's the perfect fit, but
no, I don't think so. But he at 19, it's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind Carr.
I don't mind Carr. I also don't mind Quaintance.
Come on, imagine if they picked Sergio Delaria and I was
like the guy
who mentioned it. But he did move up. I was saying all the guys I mentioned on the thing were moved up from where they were.
Yeah.
So that feels pretty good.
I would also consider Quaintance, even though I know he's falling more and might have a knee problem. But I'm so excited for his defense, and he would just be insane next to Scotty and CMB. Like that would just be
here we go, guys. The pick is in. Whoo! Okay. Has to be perimeter shooting. People are saying it's like, well, there you go.
They probably still think Grady Dick is a perimeter shooter, so I don't know how much I value there.
Okay, here we go. Oh
no, Bobby, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, so Alan Graves, like they've been connected to this guy for a long time, and they were talking about this is a reach, and there's things to like about his game. This is a reach for me.
I mean, okay, first of all, I don't want to be going too hard on this because this might be something I regret, right? Good analytical guy. And I've said the second that they got linked to Alan Graves that if you are replacing your bench minutes with, like if you're replacing your Grady Dick or your, your bench 3-4 with Graves, you're going to be a better team, right? So analytical, got the measures, good defender. I see how he fits. It's just not who I would have taken.
No,
I don't know why we're allergic to guard play.
It's just like they have a type, and he fits the type, and he's like, it's just they need they need guys who can put the ball in the basket.
Yeah.
And he's got some, like, he has some upside to mine there. Like he does have offensive upside. I don't want to totally crap on the pick. I just feel like the Toronto Raptors need more offensive specialists. And that's oh wow. What happened? Your screen is
crashing.
Yeah, this is what happens when you leave StreamYard open for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I don't like this pick.
It is not what I would have taken. Oh my gosh.
Like role player with offensive upside, high, like he's how old
is he?
He's
6'9"
young,
forward.
Right?
Like
I know. I mean, they need shooting. Like I kind of get it. Like I guess they just don't want to take a small guard, and I think it's a bad strategy.
Yeah,
to just completely ignore the element that the Toronto Raptors need.
Yeah. I'm in disbelief. Steve, you don't get it. We take another forward. Man, My second rated guard that I didn't think would be on the board was still on the board. I haven't even checked Twitter. I know that it is just fan base crashing out because people were afraid of something like this.
I wanted a guy who can score the basketball. I'm so sorry that it's like, it seems just like they need, how many glue guys do you need?
Yeah.
Like your team is just going to be all glue.
Yeah.
Like, is that going to work? Like you have a guy playing backup point guard who can't shoot.
But they like him so much. Oh, he can't shoot and he can't finish inside because he's small.
Listen, he might be like, he could have a really good career.
Yeah.
He's got tools. He's tall.
Yeah. It's not even that I'm like out on Graves. Like I just would have traded back a bit for him because I don't think you had to take him at 19 and you might have been able to get.
It's a reach at 19 and it's more of the same.
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't like the strategy wise. Like, oh, man, I don't get it. The Spurs could, it's hard to even like lock back into this. The Spurs could take.
They're not going to. I don't think they're going to take File on here.
No, but they could take Kareem Lopez or something and have a bit of size there. Oh my god.
I mean, someone said Break Lab says maybe they really like Graves. I mean, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
They've drafted well in the 20s before. They've drafted bad in the 20s once upon a time, but look, I feel bad for Graves because everybody's shitting on this. Welcome to the Raptors for Graves. There is a chance. I think he'll be a solid player and he will improve the team, especially when you look at just even like an improvement on the bench. But
the Bobby Webster is his brain is so obsessed with versatility, I think.
Yeah.
Like he wants a guy that he can plug, like that you can plug into a bunch of different lineups.
Yeah.
You want a guy that is going to be able to play with Scotty Barnes and play with Quickly and play with, like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. They drafted a guy who has like upside in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
He's just like the archetype of player that I feel the Toronto Raptors have enough of.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas I was excited to get a guy that we didn't have one of. We didn't have a guard who can get 2 feet in the paint and can control pace and all this stuff that a guy like Phylon could have done. But yeah. The pick is in for the Spurs. Oh my gosh. And the Spurs would do well to take Carr. They could use more shooting.
Even Carr, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I think that, I don't know, maybe Graves and Carr, maybe it's not that.
I've
he's
seen
young,
the Spurs.
He can.
I hope that Graves proves all of this wrong and we look like the people that were shitting on Scotty's pick. Because that's obviously the best.
I was
for him and us,
when I heard the Scotty pick, I justified it. I was like, I get it. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
They're going for this big guy with a lot of potential.
Yeah.
And it ended up being the right pick.
Yeah.
It was kind of more of a swing than this too. Like this is kind of like a safe reach, which is like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
A safe reach.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And if I hear that it's because you had a really great workout, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, but that's okay. Jaden Quaintance for the Spurs.
Oh my God!
Here's the
Him
thing:
and
is that
Wemby.
they have the ability to take a swing, right? And he's the biggest swing there.
Yeah.
He's a huge question mark. He's like a massive guy.
Yeah.
With like springs in his legs.
Him and
Like,
Wemby will just be an insane defense. Their standing reach of these guys is like
I know.
fun. That's a fun
Alan
swing.
Graves, like the problem with Alan Graves also is that it's just kind of like I get it, but it's just a boring pick.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it's like if he is a safe pick at 19 and you get a guy who can help your team and be good, it's like a lot of people would say, oh, well, that's a good year. But it's like, yeah, it's boring. When you've got clear holes and you get an archetype that you kind of have. Yeah, he fills Mamu's spot. And if you think you're just losing Mamu, okay, then you've got a
That's
rookie
so
to kind of fill that. I know.
Why are you drafting?
I know. They
like
said
maybe you're right. I don't know. I shouldn't be too angry with the person who's saying that. But like, if that is the plan, fire Bobby Webster right now.
I know. They said
if the plan is to find a backup big to replace Sandro Mamukelashvili and you use the 19th pick in the draft to go and find that guy. I don't know. I hope it's not that. I hope they just see Graves as like this guy who could like blossom into a two-way star, right? I'm sure that's the idea. I think that they like him probably because he's big and then he has some, skills and tools. So
they said that they would that fit only kind of matters to them, that they would go best player available and they like these two-way guys and all that stuff. Is he a future 3-and-D guy? Maybe the Raptors certainly need that. But
like, how many threes does he even shoot? Like, I know that he has that potential, but like, is that really what you're basing it on? Like, you think that he's gonna be a shooter? Like,
he's
where
19,
do you play him?
Off the bench at your 3-4 spot. You move on from Grady and you play him off the bench, which I think improves your overall roster, right? He can rebound.
Graves, somebody says Lelander's Graves shot shoots 41.3% from three. Yeah, but how many threes does he shoot? A lot of the time, these guys, especially forwards and bigs, it's all catch and shoot. It's all they're wide open, and they only shoot like 1 3-point shot a game.
2.6 3-point.
In how many minutes?
Not bad.
Sorry, my internet is all screwed up. I had to reset my internet, but Basketball Reference is not working for me, so I can't see how many threes he attempted per game.
Break Lab says 2.63. Close to 3.
Close to 3 in how many minutes?
Per 100, he shot 6.7.
Per 100, it's not a lot. That doesn't sound like a lot to me. Per 100 possessions, right?
Yeah, I think, right?
Well, per 36. You know?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it. Sorry. So, Bobby Webster's moves in charge is the Jakob Poeltl extension, the CMB pick, good. Great Elijah Martin pick.
Jury's still out.
The Graves pick, which jury's still out. Could be good. Could be good. Right now, does not look good to me. But like it doesn't look bad, but it's just like in comparison to the guys that were exciting options for me. The Sandro Mamukelashvili signing, but it being a 1+1 was not ultimately good because now he outplayed that contract and you're probably losing him.
Man, this really killed the vibe. Like, I
I'm
mean, I
excited
should have been prepared for it, but like
Yeah.
Phylon being on the board,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't think that the Raptors, like, I don't know if Graves is like the safest pick.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it seems like this is just, you're not swinging for the fences. You're not going for the kill shot.
Yeah. It's just genuinely like we're trying to build around Scotty Barnes, and you are now Graves can shoot, not as a high volume guy like Chris Anderson, but like, are these building around Scotty Barnes moves?
Oh no, somebody just pointed out that LeBaron Phylon was wearing a 6 chain.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, that's 1-6.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's his number.
Maybe. Oh
boy. Okay. So the pick is in for the Pistons. This is the one.
This is the Grizzlies now.
The Grizzlies pick
because it took 5 seconds to move back all these spots.
Yeah.
And they could just take LeBaron Phylon and walk away with 5 seconds and LeBaron Phylon.
Yeah. Maybe he falls out of the first round. Like, I remember that happened like a couple years ago. Who was it that fell out? Oh, he was also very small. And he was, here we go, Kareem Lopez. Okay. The Mexican New Zealander.
Okay. Yeah. So he
I
does
didn't
end up
scout
on
him a
Grizzlies.
ton. I just knew that, you know.
Yeah. Me neither. I kind of, to be honest, kind of found him boring.
Yeah. I mean, New Zealand, it's kind of hard to, the tape.
Yeah. Okay. So they walk away with Boozer and Kareem Lopez in 5 seconds. Unless
people
they end
are
up
saying
trading
they'd
this
rather
guy.
have Sinak over Graves.
I don't know about that.
I don't
When
know.
think
Like,
about,
Graves looks like he'll translate more easily.
Yeah.
And he has better, like, I like this a bit more than the Sinak trade. Like, Sinak is a higher upside. Like, he's like a guy who can actually play the 5 if he pans out fully, but I just don't know if he'll pan out.
Yeah. But it's interesting because with all the things that the front office said, right? Now, the one thing that's true is that they said they wanted two-way type players. Graves, two-way player, I'd say.
That's the Raptors' MO. We should have just listened to them and believed them.
Yeah. And like Sinak, Sinak has a lot more bust potential. I think Graves is a much safer pick, which is obviously what makes it like less fun. But at the same time, as I've said, he immediately improves your bench if you were playing him over somebody like Grady or somebody like Ochai when you had him. I think he does more for you to play winning basketball. So it's like a move on the margins to get better in that. But if you're telling me that we're still running back the guard pairing of like the guard depth of Emmanuel Quickley and Jamal Shed as your lead creators.
Well, your lead like guards, just like guys who bring the ball up the floor.
Yeah.
Like, I get
That's
it.
not a high outcome.
I feel like they want to kind of keep the team stable and build around what they've got.
Yeah.
It just seems like they have an idea of what they want their team to be and how they want their team to play. And they're just sticking to their guns. They continue to do what they have done. It's like an extension of the Masai regime where they're looking for taller players who can do a bit of everything. And hopefully, like, the idea is that maybe you don't have the superstar offensive talent, but you're getting the kind of through a combination of all of these players who are like floor raisers on offense. You're kind of creating an offense by committee is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Rather than having a guy who is the primary driver of points.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, they want to be able to have a wall of players that they can kind of throw at other teams. Yeah. And there's not a lot of there's not a lot of fall off. and you can just cycle through these bigger players who can do a bunch of different things. And that team will be very difficult to play against because they have, size mismatches. They probably have a lot of guys who like have a nose for the ball, can create extra possessions, grind you down, be tough to play against.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, the NBA is about role specialization. It's like any other segment, any other business, any other company. You don't want a bunch of guys who can all do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't want a guy who's like a C+ doing graphic design, your graphic design.
Yeah.
You want a guy who's an A+ at graphic design and like an F at social skills or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that guy can't go up in front of a boardroom full of people and do a presentation, but they can make a pretty looking picture.
Yeah.
That's how any business works, is that you get a guy who's good at one thing to do that thing, and then you get another guy to do another thing because they're good at that thing. Obviously, in the NBA, you have to play on both sides of the court, so you can't just have like one-way players. You have to have some versatility, but there should be at least like you can't go out and get all of the same type of player and put them out there. I just think that's
Dan Tolzman and Bobby disagree.
There you go. Just a different philosophy.
I like, okay, so
Philly's on the rebounding. That I'm interested because
good,
rebounding
like, he's a pretty good rebounder.
Okay.
I don't want to watch LeBaron go to the 76ers because I hate them.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're probably going to take him because they need a backup point guard. They need a guy who can actually. I mean, they traded their backup point guard.
Yeah.
So apparently, he has great analytics.
Yeah, he's like the analytics darling, like of the just out of the lottery kind of thing, right?
Yeah, he's high upside lottery, and not lottery. The analytics, like, I like them, and I like seeing when players are good and what they're good at, and like sort of focusing on that. Like, I just feel like a lot of the time you should be looking for guys who have a strong like plan A.
Yeah.
Right? That fit one thing that you can describe in a word.
Yeah.
And the Raptors don't have a ton of guys like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they think that that's a strength of theirs. I feel like the needle could be like you're getting into diminishing returns. Okay, so the pick is in for the 76ers. Yeah, Phylon goes to the Sixers. Okay.
Just like when they took Jared McCain and I hated it.
Yeah, well, Jared McCain, they traded him, of course.
Yep.
And they need a guy who can handle the ball off the bench. I mean, this is a good pick for them. What can I say?
The fact that they have in the last 2 years grabbed VJ Edgecombe and LeBaron Phylon, to me, better guard prospects than the Raptors have had in some time. It's pretty frustrating.
I know.
But hey, we'll see how that goes. I'm trying really hard to turn my mood around and just be positive. Yeah, like if in a world where the NBA is like, you've got guys like Josh Hart being so instrumental, a rebounding, role playing analytics darling could eventually be one of the more impactful players on your team, right? So this could result in being a great pick, but right now,
Somebody S just said the Pistons probably knew that Okori was the Raptors pick and jumped up ahead to get him.
Great.
Okay, well,
why can't we
I
jump
do
up?
like Okori.
It only
I
costs
do
some
like Okori.
seconds. Yeah, me too. But if it only
But
costs a couple seconds, why don't we jump up?
He said lots of good guard prospects here. Just like, sorry, we're not taking a guard. The Raptors have a guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Silly stuff.
BPM Nation, baby. Wow. Look at those 40% 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
And of course, like the thing about Phylon is that his 1A skills, like where he's like being a lead on ball guy, like wasn't translating. Like people were scared that he's not like a real point guard, which I get. But at this, like, you don't need a real point guard.
Yeah.
You don't need one. The NBA has a ton of guys who aren't real point guards.
Yeah.
Get a guy who can break the defense down. That's just what I want. I wanted that. I mean, I think that Graves has potential.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to bust.
Yeah.
He's young. So I guess there's worse guys that could have taken.
Oh, look, if we had taken Koa Pete even if we had taken Lopez.
But they can't, like, where do they play him? They're playing him off the bench?
Yeah.
Are they going to play him with Scotty and...
I mean, they always play these transitional lineups, right? But if he's playing off the bench with like Shed and Jacoby and but like they had said that they wanted to get a rim running big, and they can get that either through free agency or trade or draft, and then they didn't get that, right? They still have not addressed guard depth. They have not really. I mean, potentially they've addressed some of the shooting potentially, but they haven't addressed their big issue. CMB and Graves on the bench together, like that's a pretty damn good tandem. They're going to eat up other benches for sure. I know they really like Shed. They like Shed more than I think that they should like Shed, because his offensive upside is not, I think, as high as they hope it is.
Well, the thing about Shed is that he's like the bellwether of the team.
Yeah.
And that he plays the way that I think that they want to be playing, which is disruptive in the half court, running. Like, this is another guy who can kind of do that.
Yeah.
They're going to try and swarm people.
Yeah.
It's going to be another prison ball season.
And
everybody is just running at the ball handler in some capacity.
JP says he didn't start in college. Didn't Scotty not start in college either? So this is
he came off of the bench in college. Yeah.
So he's exactly as good as Scotty Barnes. So we're good. We've drafted a future all defensive player.
Yeah.
Look, I just mean that I wouldn't judge him entirely because he came off the bench.
Don't worry about that. He's young.
But surely you could have traded back a few spots, unless you really were sure that the Spurs were going to take him, which I could see. He would be a fine fit on the Spurs.
Yeah. There's like the thing about it is that like they got a guy who a lot of teams like. He's big, he's toolsy, he can do some stuff. He's young, got good advanced stats. So yeah, I mean, in terms of fit, it's not great. In terms of, upside, I'm not exactly sure if this is like, what is his upside going to look like? That's what I'm worried. That's what I'm thinking. Because when I think about his upside there is that like he gets to handle the ball a little bit. He gets to be a little bit more of a, maybe there's extra upside there. But like, is he going to be able to become that kind of player in Toronto? Are they going to be able to give him those kind of reps?
Yeah.
They're just like, I know what he's thinking. The smork style,
Yeah.
where it's just like everybody is trying to, like, you're just trying to annoy the other team to death and make them
Yeah.
afraid to pass.
Yeah. It's and it just like the thing that I've always thought about Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster is that they love to be different. They love to be just a little different than what people would
Yeah,
expect
I
them.
know.
And the smirk of Bobby Webster as he picks something that people didn't expect. I hope they're right.
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing. Not my first choice, but
Yeah.
I think that they drafted a guy, a useful player.
Yeah.
And I think that he's going to be able to, as I mentioned, fit into a lot of different lineups.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to execute their sets. He's going to be able to, like, hopefully the shooting translates and
Yeah.
he's able to stretch the floor.
Okay.
I said that they needed shooting at a position they could be going for, like, a big, but he's not really a big. Zuby,
Hawks pick Zuby.
it looks like it. Pick is
Not a
in.
bad pick. Not a bad pick.
Yeah. I mean, at this
I don't
part
know
of the
exactly how
draft,
he's-
these are all the guys that I didn't want the Toronto Raptors to draft.
Yeah.
But, like, I get it. 23, it's a little different.
Yeah. Cameron Carr still on the board?
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Mhm.
Cameron Carr is, like, he's risky.
Yep.
His defense, like, on-ball defense isn't very good.
Yeah.
His off-ball defense, like his shot blocking,
Yeah.
I don't know how real that is.
Yeah.
I think his offensive upside is as an off-ball guy.
Yeah.
But I think that he could be like a Mikal Bridges kind of guy.
The Knicks should just take him.
How many picks are they giving up for him, though? You can't even make that joke anymore.
Yeah, because they
About
won.
how many, because they won the championship. It was worth it.
You don't have to apologize once you win, right? But they could just take him now.
Well, speaking of the Knicks, here we go.
Yeah, they could take CNAC. They could take
Alan Graves.
Like, personally, like at that point, like if you're not taking a guard, I would have taken Quaintance, and I would go for the risk. But I understand why they're going for the sure thing over the risk.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that.
Their margin of error, like the Spurs, their margin of error.
I know.
Like, it almost doesn't matter who they pick at this this juncture.
I've always
so they could go for the big swing.
Yeah, I've always said about the Raptors is that their margin of error for picks is 0.
Yeah,
because they don't have like a glut of them always. When you think about other teams, right? You think about the Thunder and the amount of top 15 picks that they've actually kind of missed on in the last couple of years. When you consider like Usman Jang, maybe Topic is never anything.
Yeah,
the Raptors, we still talk about the 29th overall pick not working.
Yeah,
like we still talk about that because it can,
because they need hit.
It can, it'll literally send us back years if you don't nail a pick. Like Grady Dick not working out is literally actually damaging to the team, right? Whereas other teams, they've got a larger margin of error because they have more of these picks, right?
Like they got a guy who on another team I think would have been just like a great pick at that spot.
Yep.
So like I'm warming up to it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just not another forward is kind of, and like I don't know if you can hate the pick just because it's another forward and they're obviously they obviously think he's the BPA.
Yeah.
You don't take a guy who plays the same position as your two best players.
Yeah.
Like undersized, big / forward kind of guy. That describes, like, obviously Scotty Barnes and CMB are among the best undersized, big / forward kind of guys. Those guys are awesome, right?
Yeah.
How many is too much?
I know.
How many is it before you're like, okay, can we get another type of player on this team?
Exactly. And
But
yeah,
with
like
that said, like maybe you can play them all together.
maybe, right? But like maybe they don't see Phylon as a chance at a premier guard or somebody like a Corey enough to try to trade up for him or whatever, right? But like when you look at the other players around, I wouldn't say archetype, right? But around the same kind of role type stuff as Scott. You've got Evan Mobley as a two-way player. You've got Chet Holmgren as a two-way player, who are these 18 and 8 guys who give you, they play like Chet has obviously the most elite guard in the league. Evan Mobley has 2 elite guards. Victor Wembanyama has multiple elite guards. And Scotty has Emmanuel Quickley and Jamal Shed.
Yeah.
Scotty has more playmaking than both of those players. Obviously, he's going to handle the ball a little bit more, right? But you're not giving him an elite guard. And maybe they didn't think Phylon could be that elite guard, or a Corey, maybe they didn't expect somebody was going to trade.
I just want to see Scotty play with a guy who's got juice.
Yes.
Who can bend a defense, who can shoot, who can do the things that he can't do, that Scotty can't do. Scotty is an amazing player. He can do almost everything.
Yeah.
Can we find CMB is an amazing player.
Yeah.
He's going to be a star big in terms of just like impact.
Yeah.
Can we go out and get a guy who doesn't, who can push the other team away from those two?
Yeah.
They need a guy who can pull people out of the paint. They need a guy who can run a pick and roll. They need a guy who can do some creation stuff so that they're not trying to play in a phone booth, man.
Yeah, exactly. Serious question for both of you. Are you happy with this pick for the Raptors?
Listen, it could be worse.
Yeah, I'm underwhelmed, but if it was Zuby or Koa Pete or
no, I wouldn't like
all those, I would have been like furious. But I'm underwhelmed and hopeful. I'm hopeful at the ideas that he is 19, analytically sound, a good defender, a good rebounder, and has shooting potential and upside. I am optimistic at those parts, right? That he looks like he could be a high tier role player. And maybe that's what you actually are getting when you're at drafting at 19, right? Like I think Jacoby has been a good outcome at 19, but he was in a much worse draft class. This is at a higher tier of draft class, right?
And a draft class where there were tons of guards right there.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you would like even people who are high on Graves. I think that there's a case that he is like for a team that is the average team, not Toronto. We're not thinking fit at all. Maybe he's the BPA at this pick.
Yeah.
But like when you do account for fit, I think that the fit is a little suspicious considering your two biggest chips moving forward are both undersized bigs.
Yeah.
For basically forwards.
Yeah. And everybody that we talked to about the draft and all it's like they'll talk about all the guards that the Raptors could take, maybe a swing at a couple bigs. And then it was like Graves. Oh yeah, Graves. He would be, I'd be okay with that. Like it was never like he's in the top 5 of guys that you want to get for the Raptors, right? So that's why it is more of a dejected kind of disappointed tone, is because there were more exciting names maybe above it.
Guys who fell, like Alan Graves is the other direction. This is a reach, right? But that doesn't mean it's a bad pick, right? That doesn't, just because where the mocks say that they were, that means nothing. Yeah. What matters is you get a good player, right? Yep. And I think the chances are that he has a good chance of being a good player. Yeah. He has decent upside. Yeah. He's got size and he can shoot, or at least he shot well this season. Yeah. So he's ticking some boxes there. Is he going to be able to play long-term with CMB and Scotty Barnes? I don't know. Is he going to be anything more than a role player?
Yeah.
Doubtful, but possible.
Yep.
I think I've warmed up on it a little bit. It could be worse.
Yeah. So the Knicks and Lakers made a trade. Lakers with the Knicks pick are taking Cameron Carr, and then the Knicks are picking now.
I'm
So it seems
interested,
to
like
happen.
my guy who I was interested in the Raptors taking.
Yeah.
He moved up the board, Sergio Delaria. I want to see if he goes in the first round because he was a guy I was interested in.
Yeah. You've got Denver, you've got Boston picking. I could see Boston taking him, and that is only because they picked and loved Hugo Gonzalez.
Well, he was the reason that they didn't acquire Giannis, so they must be very high on him.
Yep.
That's hubris. Come on.
It really is.
That is hubris. Thinking that you're and also general managers when they strike on some guy in the second round or like, you know, they're like, oh, I'm a genius. This guy is like an expression of my genius. I can't trade him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Luigi Swigo did pull out. He's going to, is he going Villanova or something?
I think everybody was so into
the
concept of Phylon falling.
Yeah.
And it was such a need for the Raptors that I think that people, like including myself, were just like, oh, okay, we missed.
Yeah.
Right? It's not that Graves is like a bad player or a bad prospect. It's that they did not get the guy who was A, falling, B, addressed a need for the Raptors. Look at his, like...
Now, is there a reason Phylon fell? He fell to 22. Does that mean that all those teams saw something? And similar to, what's his name? The guy that went to the Rockets. The guy that went to the Rockets in 2023. He fell all the way down. I can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah. Cam Whitmore.
Cam Whitmore. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Everybody passed on him. We passed on him. And it was like, oh, there's always something. And he hasn't been a player, right?
Right. The thing with him was that he was, the processing wasn't there. And he was too selfish with it.
Yeah.
The thing about Phylon is that he is he's small.
Yeah.
And people are scared of that now.
Yeah.
They should. I mean, like a team with a small guard just won the championship. So, and like, I think that he had star potential.
Yeah.
Because unlike a lot of the guys who are smaller, he had jets. Like he can move. Like he can like, it's not like he's small and unathletic. Like he's got a good first step. He can dance and he can get past people. So it's not like your average small guard. I felt like he had like real 1A potential, but I guess, you know, the Raptors they don't like that type of player.
Yeah.
They say that, but then didn't they try and trade quickly for Trae Young?
Yes.
It could have just been that Trae Young was like an expiring contract and they just didn't want to pay quickly. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're into that kind of guy. They don't want a small guard who is going to be a question mark on defense. But they picked Grady Dick.
Yeah.
That's true. But Grady Dick is easier to hide on defense because he's taller. You can put him in the corner. You can have him play off ball. Like a lot of the time, the smallest player has to guard the other smallest player. Otherwise, it's a mismatch.
Yeah.
And that means your point of attack. So it's harder to accommodate smaller guards.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so like, think about how the Knicks have to insulate Jalen Brunson.
Yep.
They have Hart. They have Bridges. They have
Knicks-
OG.
Yeah.
Right?
So the Knicks pick Sergio?
Oh, they did. Yeah, I guess so. Sergio Delaria. He was my guy. I would have been happy if the Raptors took him at. I know that's huge, but this guy is good.
Yeah.
He's a fluid athlete. He's big. He's tall. He can shoot.
Yeah.
He can run the pick and roll. I don't understand why he was not seen as a better and more desirable prospect. I think the defense is a bit of a question. Yeah, he could do. He's 6. He's a big guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's playing in a top league, like the what's it called? The Spanish league.
Yeah.
Is good. Like that's one of the
Yeah.
best top domestic leagues in Europe.
Yeah.
And he can play with those guys. And his defense was a bit better too. So I liked him as for addressing what the Raptors need. If you want to build around Shed, like if you're not picking guards because of Shed, get a guard who can play with Shed, like Sergio Delaria. But I don't know.
Okay, Nuggets are on the clock now. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we're almost at the end of the draft. This has been a long stream.
Yeah.
3 hours.
But it's our first stream was the draft. And this has felt a lot shorter than the first one.
Yeah.
It was the first time.
Long,
that felt like forever. But we were actually riding high because we got CMB. That was a much more positive for the rest of the round.
Okay, so apparently Jay Belis has Graves as like the 3rd best defender in the draft. And I didn't quite know that about him. I didn't know that his defense was that elite.
He's a good defender. Like,
yeah.
But it's not even about like him. Like I think he's a solid player. And if he is like CMB light, excellent. It's just the makeup of the team.
Yeah. Can you play Scotty? Can you play CMB at center, Graves at power forward, Scotty at small forward, and then whoever in the guards?
Two? Like what's we having?
Well, no, I mean just like in a like
in a
during
transitional.
The game. During the game, like when the lineups get mixed up. Can you play those 3 guys together? Probably, right?
Yeah, you could, and especially like you're probably going to win the minutes. Right. But I don't know. They just clearly didn't like a guard there. I don't know what's going, because I know they're like still in that realm of considering trading quickly, and they're still in that like trying to move off of Yak and that kind of deal, right? So I just don't know, because
I also think this move is very agnostic about the future of the team.
Yep.
No matter what happens,
you
need a guy who can shoot.
Yeah.
And some size.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
Okay, so Basketball University likes the pick. Analytics Darling of 2026 draft. 7-foot wingspan. Okay, I mean that's fine, but it's not insane. Crazy steal and block percentage, soft touch, elite offensive rebounder, can shoot it, never turns it over, hyper efficient. I mean, yeah, like he's got good role player potential, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I honestly, if LeBaron was already off the board and like some names were already off the board, and I wasn't sitting there just hyped up, for that, I probably wouldn't have had the most disappointed reaction. But look, I think they're better now than they were before the draft.
Yeah,
because
a lot of teams are like,
yeah.
I just feel like this is more of a treading water pick than a like swimming to get ahead.
Yeah.
They have an idea of how, like I've mentioned this a couple of times. They want to win a certain way. I think that they'd rather build a non-traditional team in their idea, like within their idea of how a team could work, than coloring inside the lines and building a normal team.
Yeah.
I think they would rather build an abnormal team. And I kind of respect it in that, like, they are trying to do something different. They're trying to take their like Vision 6-9, like literally just every year taking the same player. I guess like Grady and like, let's be fair to them. Grady and Jacoby are not that player, obviously.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll see. Alan Graves. Hopefully he's you know, I love every Raptor deep in my heart. So hopefully this guy proves me wrong, makes me look stupid.
Oh, I mean, like I'm sure as I haven't, you know, watched too many interviews or anything with him and stuff like that. Like I'm sure as a person, he hits all the markers. The Raptors don't pick bad character. They always pick great character guys, so that's not going to be an issue. What are these, Scotty? Who are these kids? Are these with the Raptors hats on?
Probably Scotty, maybe. I don't know.
But one of his kids is a little baby. One of his kids is a little baby, so these are not. Maybe they're just family members of Graves. Maybe that's what it is.
Sorry, my stream just froze up.
No worries.
What are we on, the 26th pick?
26th pick. Yeah, Denver pick is in. Per source, Denver is trading 26 to San Antonio.
Okay.
Why can't
the Raptors
we
are always
for another
boring
first
on draft day?
Except for that.
Raptors make their pick and then they go home.
Yeah.
They never make the trade deadline day.
I don't even know why they had. Yeah. They had the one interesting one where they made all the trades and stuff to get shed for the second round and stuff, but that was
Terrace Reed. Okay. Yeah.
That's a good pick for them. They get a good backup.
I wonder if Visar is going to be available in the second round.
Maybe, but I think the Cavs might pick him potentially.
I guess they don't, like, the Raptors definitely don't need Visar now that they have, even though he is like bigger than Graves.
Yeah, isn't he big though? Isn't he like actually like a 7-footer or no?
Visar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, but the like Graves is like a large forward kind of guy, so Okay. There's a guy in my comments. I said, "Welcome to the Raptors, Alan Graves." Yeah. He said his comment was woke DEI pick from liberal turd Toronto, picking a liberal turd. So true. Yeah,
he is. Honestly, it is a woke pick.
Woke. He looks like he's a white guy. I don't know why that would be. He's not. He looks biracial, but like pretty white. Why is that the DEI pick?
Biracial is pretty woke in and of itself, right?
That's true. That's a very funny quote from obviously a very unhinged person.
Yeah. You're familiar with that Dario Saric girl?
Yes.
Like the number one thing?
Who has the parasocial relationship with
which I respect because it's like a 10 times multiplier on my fandom of Garrett Temple. You know, it's to the next level. But what's it? The one Anthony Edwards fan had said about her fake woke and possibly trans or something like that, and I think she made like t-shirts out of it or something. It's so funny. Fake woke. What does that even mean?
Fake woke. I guess you're doing it for clout.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. These people are just woke DEI pick because they didn't pick Phylon. I mean, like I'm constantly reminded of that like utter woke nonsense with the British guy standing in front of the wall. Like that is one of the greatest memes of all time because you just can post it about anything.
Yeah.
And any kind of situation, it could be utter woke nonsense if you think hard about it enough.
Okay, so the Denver's trading 26 to the Spurs for number 35 in 2 future seconds. The Spurs pick Taris Reid. So the Spurs got Taris Reid and Jaden Queens. Wow.
Interesting. More bigs.
That is some big help for Wemby.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to bully Wemby anymore.
Somebody, Amir said, Wemby getting moved. Damn. Because like they keep drafting bigs. Someone says, so we got another CMB. It's like, no, not really. He's got wingier skills.
Yeah. But I mean, like you could do like the
shooting.
You could do the Charmander Charizard tree of like a Graves CMB Scotty. I could see you do that. I don't know why you'd put all 3 on a roster together, but
someone said Alan Graves' selection means RJ Barrett is getting sent to Beijing. What? They don't. No,
they're not the same. RJ scores.
Yeah, RJ is also he's like a shooting guard.
Yeah, JB to the Raptors isn't Jaylen Brown to the Raptors.
It's not happening.
I don't think it's happening, but I think they should do it. And the thing is, if number 19 was something you were going to try to move to it, I don't think you can trade Alan Graves now in that package.
No, why would you?
It was more valuable as a pick.
Yeah.
Look, I would definitely still be making the calls, but yeah, Jaylen Brown is gonna, with how much they value him, it's gonna cost you CMB. It's gonna cost you 3 to 4 picks. It's gonna cost you basically all your depth, whatever that's associated with it. But then you get a 26, 27 point per game player to play next to Scotty. I don't know how that works with Ingram and how that's all in there, but it would be the all-in move that you've been saving your picks for.
Yeah, and we just watched him like lead a team to the number 1 seed or number 2 seed. The guy is like, it doesn't matter what the advanced stats tell you part of the story. He's not as good as I think a lot of people are saying.
Yeah.
Like he's
not the best two-way player in the league, like he says. He's not
but
he's still great.
He's like, it's insane. If he was the second best, like he and Scotty would be 1A, 1B.
Absolutely.
They would be one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. You'd have a guy who can shoot and do some creations. Okay, here's Chris Sinak just got picked by the Celtics.
Hey,
which makes sense.
Yeah, that works for them. They'll probably make him a useful.
Cameron Carr's still on the board, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So they passed on Cameron Carr, which is interesting.
So that's a freebie for Brooklyn, because Brooklyn has number 28 now because of the Julius Randle business.
I mean, anybody at this point, Cameron Carr is the guy who.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a really good draft, okay?
Yep.
So I think that Alan Graves was in the realm and in this area. It was a reach, in my opinion. I think he was like probably slated to go a little later. Yeah. But at the same time, it's not like he's in a different tier. It's not like they reached into the second round to get this guy. So.
Yeah. Now, where was it? So Chucking Darts, who is one of the guys that I respect the most for his draft stuff, right? He had CMB as like a top 4 guy, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's proven to be a great board. He has Alan Graves 6th.
Okay.
So I know he's a guy who likes to lean into.
Where did he have Phylon?
He had Phylon 16th. But he has like an interesting board. Like he's got like a cuff at 17th because he doesn't respect the no defense. But he had him there 6th, and he watches a lot of tape. he is a guy who really actually grinds it out. So to me, that's quite promising, because I do default on people who do a lot more work than I do on these prospects.
Yeah, experts.
Yeah. People whose real job it is to do it.
Yeah, for sure. If listen, I watched Alan Graves' tape.
Yeah.
I came away decently impressed. At the same time, saying, I think the Raptors should go in a different direction.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cameron Carr is already gone. By the way, he went to the Lakers with the Knicks pick.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, because they swap picks. Okay. But
okay, so the Timberwolves are picking here.
But it's actually the Nets.
Okay. We're in the messy part of the draft here, where it's always somebody else's pick.
It'd be very interesting to see who falls to Cleveland here, because I had them kind of taking Joshua Jefferson, because they kind of need help at that forward spot. I think the Nets, reported trade. Oh yeah, that's that Julius Randle trade.
Oh right, the one the dumping.
Yeah. It's so funny, like with a guy like Julius Randle, it's like if you're north of 28 years old and you average 21 6 and 5, it's like who cares? But if you're like under 24 and you average 21 6 and 5, even if you're like a black hole or one way on thing, people are like, this guy's a future all-star or is an all-star, and they'll make the arguments all day, right?
He's overhated. Like we've talked about him already.
Mm-hmm. It's tough because when you play, same thing that happened with RJ Barrett. When you play for the Knicks, and if you do not lead them to the promised land, you will get heavily critiqued because their fans are fans, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't get it done and you get run out of town or whatever, you have like a stain on you.
They liked him though, because he was like
but then they were stomping on his poster. They ripped it down and they were stepping on it and spitting on it. Yeah.
I think he has points come from somewhere, right? They're not just, they don't appear on the board for you. And the thing about him is that he's kind of like a Russell Westbrook type, where he's going to put points on the board. And sometimes that can raise your floor, because with him playing, he's going to attempt a number of shots and create a number of shots for himself with bully ball and we've all watched him play and like shot jacking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's useful for teams that need to raise their offensive floor, and he's not as useful for teams like the Knicks who needed their ceiling raised. They didn't need the floor raised for them. Whereas Cat is a guy who's like a ceiling raiser because he's that stretch five who is really good on the boards and can be an offensive hub in a way that I don't think Julius Randle ever could. And his problem was that he went to he's better than I gave him credit for. I'll say that, because he's never been my favorite player. And also people thought he was we're saying he's better than Siakam. I'm like, are you insane?
Yeah.
It was always like a pissing contest. Knicks fans were like, and it was always, they would always, what's his name, would have these alternating seasons where he would get an all-star and then he would be dog shit.
Exactly. He was very much an odd, even guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the one game where he, all with post-up fadeaways, he fried OG, Scotty, Siakam, every single one of them. He fried them for 30-something points, and Knicks fans would not shut up about it. And I was like, he cooked for one game. Leave it alone.
I know. He but then remember Siakam went nuclear in the Garden.
Yes, the
and
50
won the Raptors the game.
Yeah.
And that kind of put that to bed.
Yep.
There was no longer any comparisons. The Knicks kind of learned their lesson there. And he never caught up to Siakam. Siakam's a better player. Okay, the pick is in.
Malik Thomas, Kobe.
Joshua Jefferson.
That's okay. He's a great playmaker, incredible passer.
Mm-hmm.
Better than Danny Wolf. Remember, this is for the Nets.
Oh, right. Okay.
So they get like a cool, versatile forward who's a passer. I think it's a pretty good pick for them at this point in the draft.
They're picking up more guys who like they kind of got a bubbling cauldron of different players. They're just dumping in and seeing if it's going to work.
Yeah.
Which, they're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like forward playmakers are like the kind of the new NBA type player.
Yeah.
And it has to be forward too. I think like wings, playmaking wings are guys that are useful.
Yeah.
But I feel like teams are really looking for front court players that can help facilitate the offense.
Yeah.
That's something that has really sprung to the fore. I mean, Scotty is part of that revolution, right? But people are looking for Boris Diaw type guys.
Yeah. Yeah, Koa Pete should have gone back to school. Yes, he should have. There's a chance he still goes in the first. There's a chance he still squeaks, but he did not have a good season. His shot is so broken, and they're like trying to fix it, like even at the combine. It's just so awful. So I don't know if Koa stays in the first round, but
he's got 2 more opportunities too.
Yeah.
So
selfishly, I want Koa Pete to go to the Cavs because a Cavs fan friend of mine was saying that we were going to take him and laughing at us. So that'd be pretty funny if they went with him. But
we're the vengeance part of the draft.
Yes.
So I'm thinking the Toronto Raptors wanted a guy to replace Bamba, or at least fill in the minutes.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I get it. Like the way the Raptors work is that they like to use the bench to develop.
Yeah.
And I think that that's going to be where, I mean, obviously he's going to come off the bench next season. Even if CMB is coming off the bench, he's going to come off the bench too.
Yeah.
I want to be able to see him play alongside the 2 future players on the team.
Yeah.
I want to see how it looks. Like, can he play? Can they do an inverted pick and roll? Can they run him as the screen setter?
Mm-hmm.
With Scotty Barnes because he can shoot. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Look, if from what I've read and seen is he's a rather intelligent player, and the Raptors have kind of been gearing more towards problem solvers, decision makers, smart players who you can trust with that. And it's like, okay, so but again, it just seems like his high end is that he's a super role player, which is great. And maybe we are expecting too much at the 19th overall pick. But when a player that you have in a high tier drops, you kind of get a different expectation, right? I think for the most of the draft cycle, we were mostly looking at guards. And I always kind of had a tentativeness to that being like, I don't know if Bobby is actually the guy to pick that kind of player. I remember when the 2024 draft, I really liked Jared McCain, and I tweeted, I wish we were a team that would pick somebody like McCain. And he was gone before we had the chance to pick him, right?
Yeah.
But we might not have picked him. And I was like, I know there's guys that we don't pick.
No, I know.
And
It should have been obvious to us.
yeah.
Like, why were we looking at LeBaron Philon? They're not going to pick him.
Getting
Someone
another
just said
trade.
it's like Jared Dudley. I think he's going to be better than Jared Dudley.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
So we're getting, according to Real Foil, we're getting another trade with Cleveland at 29. Sacramento is moving in. Okay. All right. Moving in how?
Yeah, there haven't been as many trades as I thought. That usually there's more. It feels
Yeah.
like there's more than this. I don't want to be the guy who reflexively hates on the Raptors.
Yeah.
And whoever they pick. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of people do that. I'm thinking, like, how can you be nuanced and give people more information than they came away with?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people are kind of vibe coasting and like posting, trying to like, do you remember like how the viral hate campaign against OKC, where everybody's jumping in and dogpiling?
Yeah.
I think that's happening right now. Like, he's not my pick at this pick. Let me just put it that way. But I don't think it's like a disaster. I think this is like a really good draft, and they got a player who I think will be able to contribute.
Yeah.
So take that for what you will.
Yeah.
Okay, the pick is in. They traded it to the Kings?
Yeah, they traded in the Kings. They traded back for, I just had it there. They traded back for number 34. Oh, that already happened.
Alex Caravan. Okay,
Hey,
so
finally.
one of the only remaining guys from their championship team.
Yeah.
This is the part of the draft where you're just looking for guys who can, like, specialists and like deep bench role players. This makes sense. Caravan is a really good shooter.
Yeah.
Not much else there though.
Yeah.
Like, I know that people were thinking about him last season in the second round. He obviously went back to school. He can shoot the ball. He could score at the college level. I don't think he's going to be able to score at the in terms of, like, when I say score, I don't mean shoot. I mean like create shots.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be able to do that at the next level. I don't think he's going to be able to play defense at the next level. I think he's going to be a specialist that stands on the perimeter and shoots shots. And hey, sometimes you need those guys. I don't think it's an amazing pick, but at the end of the day, somebody has to take him because he does have potential as a, specialist. And those guys, sometimes they hit.
I just would have taken Malik Thomas before that.
I would have taken, what's his name?
I think he's a pretty interesting guard
from Duke there.
But,
Isaiah Evans. If you watch shooting, I think Isaiah Evans is a guy that
that would have been a good pick.
More sense. Because he's like
who do we pick in the second round?
The Raptors have 50, right? I mean, who cares?
Yeah, we have 50. I could see us taking
I'll look
Akpara.
Yeah.
I could see us taking like Felix Akpara, somebody who's an actual big. Phoenix trade for 30th. Is that real?
Okay, so the final pick in the draft is in for the Mavericks.
But it is.
Okay, so we'll wrap the our coverage up for this podcast after the draft is finished.
Yeah. Koa Pete. So Phoenix
Is that
traded
who
for
they
the
took?
30th and they took Koa Pete. Is that what happened?
Well, they like those types of players.
Yeah.
I mean, remember they kind of got with Dunn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dunn
Yeah. They
fell to them,
done.
and he's been great for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for like toolsy guys to play next to Booker. They want guys who can play on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was the last guy that was considered to be in that final tier, and he fell to them. So probably a good trade for them.
I mean, they've got like such an interesting like role player type stuff with Goodwin, Osei Iguodaro, all their bigs. They've got a really interesting amount of forward role players kind of bouncing around there.
Yeah. I mean, low ceiling guys. I mean, Dunn, I think, actually has a higher ceiling than I think his problem was the shooting.
Yeah.
And he solved he didn't solve it, but it's like it looks so much better than people thought it would be.
Yeah.
So here's Koa Pete's highlight reel. He's an interesting athlete, and he's got a lot of like positive qualities, but I think definitely role player, definitely requires something to go right for him offensively.
Yeah.
And that might be too much to ask, but obviously for the 30th pick, I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're not going to be live streaming the second round, which is obviously not tonight. It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
With what's his face, but
Mark Tatum.
Yeah, I'll be breaking it down. I'm going to be doing a video probably tomorrow or the day after, just highlighting him, Alan Graves, and what I thought of the pick and how I view him. I'll do some more, video sifting, tape grinding, all that kind of stuff so that I can break down this guy for the Toronto Raptors. But in any case, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
I know that it's broken. The StreamYard thing is broken, but it's saying that we have 1,091 people watching. I think that Twitter screws up the algorithm for this.
The Twitter just accumulates any like view for a couple seconds, so it makes it look like there's just an insane amount of people watching. But for those of you who did hang out, watch, and comment and everything, thank you so much. It's been fun.
We really enjoy doing this, and I'm glad that you guys like watching. And if you watch all 3 hours, 3 hours and 30 minutes of it, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys.
Have a good night,
Peace
everyone.
out. Have a good one.